Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Curse of Strahd. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. For those of you who don't know us, we are a group that plays through Curse of Strahd. That's about it. This is episode 12, surprisingly, which is a big number of sessions. Wild. Um, and let's go around and meet everybody who's playing slash GMing. Of course, my name is Emma, also known as Emma Panada. This is my channel. We run TTRPG games here. Tuesdays we have Curse of Strahd. Sundays we have either Kids on Bikes or a Lost in Ravenloft D&D 5e game, and those are kind of like alternating Sundays. And then every other Friday we have an Avatar Legends game. So if you like TTRPGs and you like just hanging out with people, then hi, welcome. It's nice to have you. Below, you can see we have donation options. If you look in the About tab of this channel, you can see the various amounts you can donate and what they do, or gifting a subscription or subscribing also gives little boons. So if you want to do anything crazy and influence the game, then by all means, feel free to do so. But enough about me and kind of order of business things. Let's meet everybody else. Stacy, who are you?
I'm Stacy. I play this game on just this. My my Instagram is couple of chumps cosplay. There's not much cosplay, just a chump. That's me.
Yay. And next up, Monster Bait. Who are you?
Hello, I am Monster X Bait. You can find me on Twitch, although not today. Well, I mean here.
Yeah.
Not on my channel. I'm confused. Twitter, Instagram, and sometimes the other TikTok. That's it. That's the thing. Okay.
That is a thing, true. And next up, we have Bikake.
Hello, I am Bikake. You can call me B. I am live on Twitch Wednesdays through Fridays as an art streamer. I do all the art for this game and other stuff too, and I can do art for you. Boop boop. That's it.
That was a great little rhyme. I love that.
Now multi-class at the bard. Thanks.
All right, and last but not least, we have our incredible GM for this game, Matihi.
Hello, it's me, Matihi. You can usually find me in BKK's channel or Luna's channel, just kind of lurking and chilling when I'm not working myself. Lurking, not working, I don't know. I'm currently sick today, so it's gonna be a ride. You can also find me here, of course, every other Friday playing Avatar Legends. I'm also here every Tuesday, except next Tuesday. We're taking a little bit of a break next Tuesday. Doing Curse of Strahd, of course. I am also on Luna's channel every other Wednesday, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, playing a tiefling druid named Ricaria, who has a pet snack named Sir Lancelot, who's the absolute best and answers all my questions for some reason. But yeah, that's me. Hello.
Yay! Well, without further ado, let's get started.
Everybody in Barovia can just have like a case of the sniffles and
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
They've all got the case of the Mondays. It's fine. I love them. Also, new thing that I have on here. We're not on the map screen, that's okay. But for the players, what you will see, I don't know if you want to like show them, Emma. Currently, we have a little bit of a different map here. We have now the areas of Barovia that you have been, giving little hints as to the various villages you have finished. The C part being places that you've already seen, question marks being various quests and such that have maybe been left unresolved or potentially you can go back to, and of course the exclamation points for being places that are points of interest that you have heard about from other characters. But without further ado, oh yeah, totally. And also for the players, if you hover over said little icons, it'll tell you kind of what they are and why they're there. with the big H being you are here.
I like
So,
that the
Saint
one is
Bernard
like,
awaits.
yeah, Bernard awaits at
in
Lake
Lake
Zerovia.
Zarvik, Bernard
Yeah.
awaits.
The baby.
The baby shark do awaits. But we might as well get into tonight's episode. So at the very beginning of your day today, you're all alerted by the eccentric half-elf bard Rictavio that the fisherman Bluto was carrying a suspiciously human-shaped package towards Lake Zarvik. After going in hot pursuit of Jimothy, who ran ahead to be an adventurer, you arrived in a mist-covered lake filled with sharks made of glass. After some powerful swimming, Jimothy's scolding, fish-like splashing, and shark befriending, you were able to rescue the person inside the package, a Vistani girl named Arabelle. Sin had quickly taken their bag with an unnerving smiley face stitched into the side of it and placed it roughly over Bluto's head before capsizing his boat. After some struggling and blood seeping out from beneath the boat, he had emerged, resurfaced, climbed back to the top with eyes vacant and empty, unsure of where he was, or maybe who he was. There was a bit of a back and forth between Rictavio and Arabelle, one wanting to bring the man to justice, the other wanting revenge. Wrath ended up winning, and Arabelle plunged the dagger stolen from Ghislaine into the heart and face of the dead-eyed fisherman. Suddenly, exhaustion from fighting and struggling washed over her, and Ghislaine carried her back, alongside everyone but Rictavio, towards the Vistani encampment, with Rictavio heading back to the Blue Water Inn to prepare drinks, or so he said, for all of you. As the group arrived towards the Vistani camp just south of Valaki, a sudden grunt was heard by Serana to her left. In the shadow of the forest, a majestic unicorn, white and beautiful, with a large curling horn that would shine in the sunshine. Unfortunately, there is none here in Barovia. Stood tall and asked the party if they knew a person, their master, named Mo. As no one did, and the discussion kept going on, Sue, as they had introduced themselves, seemed more and more agitated, had told you all, if you had met Mo, to tell them to meet Sue at a rundown manor to the south called Argenvastholt. And with that, very quickly, Sue took a bite of Jimothy's jalapeno, found it too spicy, and ran off into the woods going, ah! Very dramatically. Now you've all arrived here at the large Vistani camp, larger than the one that you saw when you were in the surf pool and by the falls. You had looked around, and simple but elegant homes surrounded this rounded hill, and at the very crest at the top, you saw a large tent with various horses and large barrel-top wagons with it. With smoke kind of waving out of the center, you had made your way inside as you had heard what sounded like pained groans and screams coming from within. A man you found, the name of Alexei, kind of this dirty blondish hair, had been tied to a post near one of the edges of the tent, being struck and whipped by another man who was known as Aragal. With quickly introducing that you had brought back the Arabelle to the group, Luvash, the father of Arabelle, had thanked you greatly for what you did, and had offered to give you something in exchange for bringing back his daughter. A search party had quickly returned. On the back of one of the horses had been not a Vistani, but a satyr with many bones adorning around her neck and a skull atop her head, with reddish skin and multiple scars on her arms. As you had begun talking, at some point or another, your friend Sin had gone missing. And as you had all emerged from this Vistani encampment, you saw that you looked around, you couldn't find Sin, unfortunately. And all that's left here is just the burlap sack with a roughly and uncomfortably shaped smiley face stitched into the fabric. And this is where we begin again. As you all have headed out, being led by Luvash to one of the wagons here, you take a look around, and that is all that's left. You don't see Sin anywhere else. What do you all do as you step out here? Luvash continues to kind of keep
What's
walking.
the closest one to the murder bag?
The closest person?
Mm-hmm.
As you come out, you'd saw Vistani, who were kind of walking this way.
I meant like out of us.
Out of you all, I would say Ghislaine is the closest. You see that the murder bag is just north here, just a little bit north west of where Ghislaine stands now.
Because all we know about it is that it got put over the head of somebody and then they just had a bad time. And then that was it. Right?
Yes.
From our perspective, I think.
Yeah, from what we know. So if Ghislaine's closest, I'm gonna tell Ghislaine to get the bag before somebody grabs it.
Okay. I think Ghislaine will pick it up with the end of one of their swords and kind of like, do you have a bag that I can put this in? Almost like picking up like dog poop or something. You don't want to.
You see Marshall, your little rat friend, very chubby as such. You can kind of feel his weight as he kind of walks in your shoulder. He parts your hair a little bit, stepping through the braid and starting to kind of walk down your arm. And he says, "If you want, I can just grab it. It's fine."
Marshall, please don't. I've grown to like you.
Oh,
Don't.
you do?
Yeah.
I thought you hated me.
No, we don't hate you.
Oh.
We had our doubts about you at first because like you wanted to murder us, so it took some
Valid.
time to get past that.
Oh.
And he puts his little rat hands on his little rat cheeks, and you see like a little blush. He's like,
Oh.
How heavy is this bag?
you look over the bag, and how it's draping over the sword of Ghislaine's, it looks like there's nothing inside of it. It just kind of drapes completely over. It's a little bit stiff because it's burlap.
Can I just like mage hand it so it's just like
Yeah.
just floating for a bit?
So what does your mage hand look like as you cast it?
Emma, you look like you have a question.
I was gonna say the satyrs was following the Vistani.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're still walking away, but the satyr looks back and sees all of you kind of being freaked out by this bag. And she's just gonna walk up and grab it and be like, "What are you all doing?"
No.
If you try to grab it, I'm gonna stop you.
How do you stop me?
I would just try to put my staff, my shepherd's crook, kind of between you. If you go down to get it, I'm like, don't touch that. That's our friends. It's very dangerous. It's not good to touch.
The shepherd crook just come down quickly in front of you as Ghislaine kind of pulls back a little bit. None of them seem willing for you to touch this.
Just be very, very careful with it, please.
Okay, well,
You just mage hand it into a bag. I probably have a bag.
Do we have a bag for the bag?
I have a bag probably. Where's the chicken? Did we leave the chicken in the? Oh,
You left the chicken with the kids.
Also, the mage hand definitely looks like a little magician's glove.
Mm.
It's very, very literal. She is not.
I lent you that stuff. Dang it! I'm so upset right now.
So you see this magician's gloved hand kind of reach out towards this bag, Ghislaine.
Like the final
Going to
boss
grab
in
it.
Super Smash Bros.
Yes, very
64.
Smash Bros.
And
With the two little buttons.
and the hand kind of picks it up and holds it aloft. I would say you probably have, amongst the group of you, you have a bag that you could put this in.
it's again like treating it like it's like really stinky dog food. Just put it in a bag, tie the bag up, and we'll just store it somewhere.
Yeah, the combined effort between Alfie and Ghislaine, you're easily able to, like, Ghislaine, you hold open the bag, and Alfie, you take your mage hand, kind of roll up the burlap sack and just right in there. Your hand, very reflexively, it doesn't seem to, like, it seems like it kind of shake it off a little bit and then come back towards you.
Bookkeeping question: who's carrying this thing?
It's a good question.
Whose bag
The
is
nose
it?
goes on that.
My bag is pretty full. I don't know. I'm not keeping track of a lot
Sure,
of weight
Jimothy.
stuff.
I've already got a spooky doll. I guess I could carry the bag next to the spooky doll.
You can carry it if you want. I can just
Like at this point,
Perfect. So
I mean,
you-
luckily, Sin didn't get a chance to tell you about the spooky
no,
doll.
I
so-
actually just think it looks weird.
no.
secret
Just
doll.
store the doll in the bag. Easy.
How
Put the
dare
doll in the
you.
bag and then put the bag in another bag.
Okay, that's actually. I mean, if that doll is haunted, that ghost.
No
we
one-
don't know.
Unfortunately, you don't know that
Oh, okay,
something's up with the doll.
That's
Only
true.
one person knew, and they are gone.
The doll was just having a little mood swing when Sin saw it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just chilling.
Totally
So-
normal.
Alfie, kind of beside the doll that swings very nonchalantly from your waist, you tie this bag to it. And you turn around, you see Luvash kind of standing there and kind of like looking back, like a little bit concerned, but just waiting on you.
No
You
Name's
hear-
gonna leave this group to deal with this weird mask situation and start going back to follow Luvash.
Jimothy looks up to the rest of you that remain and says,
Where's Kiora? Where'd they go?
I don't know where Kiora is. They
I forget,
must-
did we see Kiara just into the bag?
you have no, like,
Okay, right.
Sin
we
is
didn't
gone.
see
Sin is gone.
I just
the only thing
go.
left is
I
back.
yell out the name. I look around and I shout out for Kiora.
Yeah, you look around and shout out for them. And you hear what sounds like the squawks of crows in the distance as they're kind of disturbed by this noise. And you hear it kind of echo out along this valley a little bit. But unfortunately, the only thing that receives back is just kind of, you just see the mist kind of almost absorb the noise. And though there's a slight echo of you calling their name, it dissipates fairly quickly. But there's no response.
I want to kind of walk back to the front of the tent and see if I can sniff and follow a scent trail.
You can make me a perception check. Yeah, with advantage.
Where I did the character sheet didn't have it open because it's in roll 20. Let me look at the stuff. Here it is. Perception with advantage. Okay.
A 26. So your nose picks up immediately. What does sin smell like, Emma?
What a question.
Right? You
Um,
gotta think about these things during character creation.
What's like a very neutral scent?
Fresh linen.
Ooh.
Fresh linen.
Yeah. So
People
like
like
that's
I smell Tide laundry detergent.
Tide sponsored. So you smell no name brand Tide. You smell that like fresh linen scent that's always been carried on Kiora/Sin. Where you were, you kind of smelled that, and of course it wanes from the path that you had originally taken to come up. But the strongest scent that you can find, it leads directly back into that sack that is now on Alfie's side.
So no matter how I wander around, I'm always ending up like basically
Beside
sniffing
Alfie.
Alfie's ass, just trying
Yeah.
to sniff. Okay.
And be like, hey.
So, GM,
Yes.
me and the search party arrived back shortly after Sin disappeared, right? Was there any chance that me or someone else in that party perhaps saw something?
I will say probably not you, just because you kind of were kind of engaging with the party and everything. But let me roll. There was 3 others with you. I'm gonna have them roll perception checks, but you got a really high stealth check. Well, you got 19.
19's really high,
19 is very high.
especially for a
So-
+2 modifier.
It's true. So I'm gonna roll some dice to see exactly, and how good is their spot. It is not, well, they weren't quite looking out for it, I will say, because their passive perception is so low. I will roll for one of them because they might have been, nope, that is a 2.
Was-
No one saw,
was-
unfortunately.
Was No Name already engaging with the party while Sin was there and walking out?
No, I don't think so.
It
They hadn't
wasn't
showed up yet.
quite at the same time. You know what? At disadvantage, I'll allow you a perception check. How about that?
Huzzah! I'll take it.
Disadvantage, though.
Super advantage, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Unfortunately not. So no. You had seen someone meander out of the tent, No Name. But you didn't quite keep eyes on them. Your eyes were mostly towards the tent itself. But you did see someone wander out.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm back with my buddy over here now.
Yeah, so you head over to Luvash, and Luvash says, well, I appreciate it, even though you are not one of the ones to find my daughter. I do appreciate you going out, and I did promise you something for it, so I will not go back on my word for this. And they peek around your corner, and they look at the others and say, what is going on with this?
They're playing with the bag of some sort. I'm not entirely sure. There'll just be a moment, I believe.
It is no problem. I I am over the moon. That's my little girl's back, so I can wait all day if needed.
Of course, I'm glad. Now, about payment. I understand that I didn't find her, but
Yes.
what can I expect?
Oh, well, it will mostly be up to the group of you, and it really depends on what you take. I guess since you're first here. And he turns around and he takes a key. He kind of lifts it out of below his V-neck shirt there. And as he takes it back out, you see this kind of brassy key that's there. And oh no, we have Aaron.
Yeah, I'm fixing it right now.
No,
No
okay.
worries, no worries.
So he takes this out, and you see that he goes to kind of the easternmost caravan that's there. You see that this one is a lot nicer than the others. As you take a quick glance around, you see that it's draped in golden silk that hangs from the various windows. The wheels are have this gold trim to them, and these sun-shaped hubcaps. And you see, and you see coming out a little trail of smoke. It's like this iron chimney pipe that protrudes from the roof. He kind of opens up part of it, and you see it's like a separate section. Oh, sorry, I read the wrong one. That's his one. He's like, oops, wrong one. And he goes to a different one. I'm good at reading.
Sometimes you walk
Oh.
up to like your car and the
He's
parking
like,
lot, it's not your
oopsies.
car.
Sometimes you walk up to a Corvette in the parking lot and you're like, oops, not mine.
Oopsie whoopsies. You know, it's actually back where the others are. And he says, he comes by the group of you and says, I'm not sure what all of you are doing about this bag, but if you want reward for rescuing my daughter, it's just here. And he goes to another one, another caravan that's here. And this one in particular, you see that the doors seem to be made of iron, and it looks like hardwood is covering this entire kind of barrel-topped wagon. You see that there are 2 iron padlocks that are there. He has that brass key and he's like, no, this one, puts it back, and then like looks down his shirt and he grabs 2 one's like a reddish key, the other one's like has this kind of speckled blue hue to it, both of them very, very different shapes. Gian's dying. As he begins to kind of click it in and twist, you see him opening it up. And as he does, he stands there, and inside there's a number of different things kind of decorating this area. You see kind of this very plain chest that sits there. It's very small, like it's approximately this big. It sits there. There's a little bit of like carvings and everything inside of it, but it almost looks like kind of childlike carving that is in it, or someone who's very much practicing the craft. Next to that, you see a slightly bigger chest, this time made of iron, that seems to be closed, of course. One sec, after cough. Oh, there we go. You also see there seems to be this kind of glass box that's there, and inside you see a small brown bag that looks to be sealed with a red twisted hempen rope, tied in this kind of beautiful bow that sits there. There's also what looks to be a sheathed sword that's there. There's fairly like ornate carvings in the hilt of it. You see there looks to be what looks to be like a sun that's sitting there with very sharp edges on the actual kind of carving emblem on the hilt, but it is currently in the scabbard, which looks very nondescript. Some of the other items, you see that there is a onyx jewelry box with gold filigree that is there. It's very tiny, but it looks very beautiful as it kind of sits there. You see what looks to be a kind of a wooden, like tiny throne that maybe would sit like Jimothy. He could fit inside of it, with like gold inlays and decorative stones all down it. You also see something that's rolled up. It looks like a carpet that's kind of sitting in the back, and you swear you could see like a little, like, it almost looks like a little horn that's like barely visible in the motif that's on this rolled up rug. And you also see that there is another box, and it's slightly opened, and there's a number of different vials that are inside. And he like looks the ones with the vials, and he kind of closes and says, "Oh, sorry, not this though, not this. Everything else, but not this."
I do have a question, actually, kind of like
Of course.
out of character. Is Arabelle like an adult, like a young adult?
Yes, Arabelle is a young adult.
Okay. I'm going to basically say to him, hey, all I really need is a short sword. So if you have one of those sitting around, I would happily take that.
Just a short sword. Let me look. And there's a number of kind of mundane items that are kind of sitting in there. And he looks about and looks inside. And he actually pulls out that sword that has kind of that ornate design on it, and he says, "This is a short sword."
Are you sure? This looks very, very fancy.
Yes, like I said, you all can have whatever you'd like from in here, except those. Points back to like the box with the little that had the
Okay.
little vials inside.
What
Not
are
that.
those little vials? You seem very protective of them.
Well, this is it is special potion that we're currently working on. It is in development. It's not currently for sale.
Very well. And I'll take the onyx box.
All right.
I
you
will
take-
grab the sword.
You grab the sword. Okay. What about Serana and Alfie?
Honestly, I was dealing with a pizza crisis, so I didn't super catch everything. So I'm gonna say
Okay.
nothing because I don't want you to have to say
something. Okay, no worries. Okay, so there is a glass box containing a brown bag with like kind of this hempen, like red hempen rope that's tied into a bow. There is a iron box. There is a wooden box that looks to be carved by like kind of childlike hands or someone who's really new in learning how to carve. There's the golden throne that looks like it could, or a wooden throne that looks like it could fit Jimothy, and there's a carpet. And also that's it. That's in there.
I didn't hear about the carpet.
Yeah, there's the rolled up carpet.
I'm like, what's on that rug?
Oh, yes, let me show you. And he takes out the rug, and it's a bit dusty. You can see it puff up as he takes it out from inside this like locked area. And displayed on this carpet here, it looks to be it's 10-foot squared rug, and you see on it is after beating it a little bit to get some of the dust off, it is this beautiful motif that you see. It's like a hand done rug, of course, and you see this beautiful white unicorn on it atop, and kind of jumping off of this what looks to be a castle. And you see like the half is like this unicorn jumping off a castle, and on the other side you see this gargantuan silver dragon like facing this thing down. It's like unicorn versus dragon.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I go, this is
Everyone
hideous.
sick as fuck.
I go,
Give
this
me-
is hideous. I prestidigitate it.
I would like you to give me a perception check, please. Also, Serana, because you were
Absolutely.
probably the closest. This unicorn looks strangely like Sue, but you
Yes.
don't know if
Mother.
all unicorns look alike.
Yeah, no, they're all the same.
Yeah, I can give you a perception
Even
check.
me for perception or no?
Yeah.
Because I didn't see
Yeah.
the unicorn.
That's okay. You can make the perception check. That
Alright.
is no problem. It is just
Wow.
wow. Look at these 9s. So
Yeah, I really went, that's neat. I don't get it.
Oh, 12. So I will give it to Ghislaine. So Ghislaine, it's not super hard to see, but no one else sees it because like it's like this gigantic clashing battle. It's just
Does
like
Jimothy see?
Jimothy. Let's see. Does Jimothy see it?
Yeah.
My
No, Jimothy
passive
rolled a 7.
perception is.
He's playing with a
Um,
bug.
He's like, oh, it's wow. He's like looking at the chair. He's really excited about this chair. He's like,
Can I have the chair?
Where are we gonna put
Um,
it? I'm just arguing with him
I'll
about the
sit on
chair.
it. You can make a backpack. You can put some like rope around it, and then I sit on it.
Kronk.
Hodor.
Can I cast detect
crap.
magic while people are
Yeah, you
trying
may
to
cast detect magic, but I will let Ghislaine know. So Ghislaine, you're looking at this thing, and give me 1 sec, really quickly, because I need to find.
Did he open up any
A
of like the other bags and
description.
boxes besides the one with the vials in it?
He didn't close. He hasn't opened any of the other ones.
Oh, so he said here you can have this like mysterious what's in box
This
number
mystery, yeah, basically this mystery box.
I want that wood
Um,
box.
Give me 1, because I just have to.
I'm wondering if this is
figure
like an Indiana Jones situation where like the gold pretty box is like meh, and then the wood box is the good
Like-
one.
Oh, might be. So
Lost
you
Ark.
see Ghislaine sitting astride this unicorn. You see what looks to be a like almost I would say like a near like like black-skinned tiefling. Their horns kind of jutting upwards and then jutting back and curling into then going straight back down. And it's very hard to see, but you can kind of get the various details in it. And you see there's something bright that's cradled between these two horns that they have atop their head. They look to be wearing kind of browns and golds that are depicted in this mural, and they look to kind of be holding up a fist while like holding onto the back of the horse's or the unicorn's hair. It's like a very small part of this entire mural, and you kind of spot it. You can see this
Serrana.
No, you can't have. It's probably got a hole in it. It's probably for potty training, and you're already house trained, Jimothy.
Serrana, look at the look at the, and I'm gonna point out the because we all had the guy described to us, right? We all had
Mo described to yes.
Yes, okay. It's Mo and Sue. Remember Sue? They
Yes, that was like 15 minutes ago. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a unicorn for the first time.
Remember that one time?
That was that one time, literally just before our friend disappeared. So
I'm giving you Serrana. You get inspiration.
They described
it seems like there was such a long time passage for some reason. I don't,
It seems like a long time.
We don't know.
Someone is missing now, so we're like,
where did you get this rug?
The Vistani looks back at you, Livash, and says, "Oh, actually, this was made quite a number of years ago. Some of our previous people, they used to make and sell rugs and such, and from various stories that are passed down between generations, this one individual, Marcosia, he had decided to embroider this scene of this story that he had heard upon this beautiful rug. Unfortunately, they had perished, and everyone felt that this rug was a bit gaudy, so we kept it stored. But if you'd want it, you could probably sell it for a good price."
I don't, it seems like it's probably got sentimental value to somebody.
Do
What's in that box?
Which one? There's these two boxes. Not this one.
What are the boxes? Just what's in the boxes?
What's in the box?
Well, sometimes it is very exciting to have a bit of a mystery, don't you think? And I was about to say this magic, or the detect magic that you had casted, no name. There are a couple things that do radiate magic from this area. One of the things is the sword that Ghislaine now holds. The other one being
A jalapeno.
The jalapeno. Yeah, you get the sense of the jalapeno that is around this tiny cat's neck. Also inside of the sack that is on Alfie's side. And let me see.
Wait, did you actually put the doll in the murder bag?
No,
it's
no.
in there.
Okay.
That is asking for trouble.
So you didn't want to touch the bag, but then you tied it to your ass? I'm confused.
The other thing that
My original thought was to hold the thing with Mage Hand, just keep it floating. We could do like a sleeping bag situation.
The other thing that you get in terms of like detect magic there, nowhere, you sense that, of course, whatever's inside the sack that's on Alfie's hip is magical, but also the doll that she carries, it also kind of radiates some magic, as well as that tiny brown sack with the red kind of rope around it is also magical.
Does the box, the onyx, the box I took, is it magic at all?
No, it is not.
I changed my mind. I don't want this, and I'll take the rope one.
Okay, so
Rash.
if y'all want to eventually take a short rest, I will give you what those are, because I think you do have to attune to that.
The moment he said sometimes the fun is in the mystery of the box, she went, "Okay, I want that one."
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Ghislaine, I have to ask you a question. What is your alignment?
I
Oh wait, no, we do vibes here. What is your vibe?
What's your vibe, bro?
Are you
Kind of vibe.
You're like
what
a
is
good
your
vibe or like a neutral vibe?
The lawful vibe.
I'm not sorry, neutral bro vibes.
Neutral, neutral, like decent vibes.
Yeah, like where actually is it? Oh yeah, neutral good.
Okay,
Neutral good
so you
vibes.
have you have pretty good vibes, I would say,
Yeah.
for you. I mean, you think you have pretty good vibes. As you hold this, you okay, that's interesting. So you feel as you're holding this the short sword in your hands, the kind of you get a vibe from this short sword that's coming back at you, and all that you get in your head is this just kind of picture, you kind of can it just comes into your mind, and it's of a little happy face as you're holding the sword very briefly.
Oh, that's cute. This sword makes me happy. I think I'll keep it. It's so Ghislaine and the sword are just vibing.
Yep, you're vibing with the sword. So nowhere you took the little magical brown bag. What about Alfie and Serana?
Wood box.
Which wood box?
The wood one.
Okay. And Serana?
I don't want anything.
And Jimothy's like,
But the chair.
What are we gonna do with a chair and a rug? We don't live here.
What about that box?
and points at the little jewelry box that's there.
This is the mom voice comes out like, we've got jewelry at home.
He
where am I gonna do with all this jewelry? What do you want to just be decked out like fantasy Mr. T? What is in the box?
And
let the child have some.
No Name is gonna give the jewelry box to Jimothy.
Yay! He'll take it. And he just shakes it. And Luvash is like, please don't shake the box, please.
You have to put it all on. Anything you've got to put it on. If you've got it, you've got to put it on.
He you see Jimothy kind of puts down the box and bends over just a little bit and clicks it open and opens it. And you see inside there's a few bracelets that are there. There's some necklaces. There's about 6 pieces of this a little bit gaudy jewelry, I would say, large rings that are just big amethyst and
Nice.
and these giant pearl necklaces, and Jimothy's layering them on, and then kind of inside underneath all this random heaped jewelry that's there, you see what looks to be this kind of yellowish liquid inside a unlabeled crystal vial that sits there.
Is that magic?
That one, let me see.
It's unicorn pee.
I go, Jimothy, why stop there? And I pull out the 150 gold of the hag jewelry that we have. I'm gonna deck this little kitty out.
Let the baby feel fancy.
Yeah, he's gonna have a fancy day.
Yeah, you start decking out Jimothy, and Jimothy just gets weighed down by all this jewelry. One of it's a tiny little tiara sort of thing that you put on Jimothy, and he's just covered in jewelry, and he's yeah. And there's these glasses that are lensless that he puts on too.
He's a hipster now.
All this means is that if he trains with this jewelry on, he's gonna get real strong.
So much jewelry. I'm beautiful.
And Jimothy starts strutting around. The little vial is magical as well.
Jimothy is now
Okay.
John, but in cat form.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take the little vial and give it to Serana. You shouldn't play with this.
What is it?
I don't know, but it's magic.
What aura is it? You're detecting magic, aren't you?
I
know
am,
a lot of
yeah.
magic. No, that was in character. I'm magic cleric. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's got
Have you
a
heard? Have
good
you had
vibes,
a moment
aura.
to talk about methods?
We got somebody new here.
Hold on. Hey.
It's a potion.
What school of magic? Like enchantment, abjuration?
Necromancy.
It never says.
It does say
Life?
Necromancy, then.
Yeah.
Necromancy.
I go, oh, I don't. Yeah, my friend had.
What school of magic is healing
had a
potions?
vial.
It's that.
Necromancy.
Oh yeah, so necromancy. So you've taken the wooden box, Alfie. And would you like to open it?
Yes.
So as you open it, it's like it kind of spills out onto your feet. This thing has been filled to the brim with gold. Like utterly and completely, but this is a bit different. You kind of look at it as you pick one of the coins up, and you see a very regal kind of profile stamped onto this coin that looks like Strahd.
Hot lady money.
Is it Strahd from before she transitioned?
No, after the transition, they
Okay.
changed all the coins.
Nice.
That must have weighed so much. You're like, I want that one.
Yeah, just you look at this entire thing, and Alfie, with kind of your, because you grew up around like taverns and such, right?
Mm-hmm.
And money, counting out money, you've never seen this much in one place, but a rough estimation is about 1,200 gold.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
That was definitely the right box.
Guys, we are fucking set in this world.
Where are we gonna spend this? Who's gonna take
Anywhere
this
we
money?
like.
I mean,
this
we
like
do
the
have some
coins-
friends that are trying to reset their entire lives right now.
I mean, is what's his tit still holding the rug?
Luvash
he's
just put the rug away.
I go, there's a lot of money here. Why do you just have a
Yes.
lot of money?
We don't really need money per se. I mean, we usually exchange, favors for favors, or goods for goods, or favors for goods. We don't
I
really
love a
believe
barter
in.
system.
Yeah, we don't really believe in money. It's more about everyone gets equal share.
That's actually really nice.
Yes.
Oh,
The only thing we should buy is more alcohol because we're kind of out.
you know, I've been hearing that. Why is the rum gone?
Well, you know this place. Sometimes it is
I
very...
do not.
Oh, my apologies. It is very dreary. I'm sorry, my accent. It's very depressing. There we go.
Sorry, dreary?
Yes. My accent is hard to
You have a
pronounce certain
head
words.
cold. You sound a little stuffy. Do you need? I'm a
sorry.
healer. I can help you.
Oh, please heal my nostrils. He goes, and he says, it is fine. I did a lot of crying earlier because I thought my child was dead. But anyway, but they're alive, so I'm very happy now. And I would like to celebrate, but the alcohol is all gone. We did have someone, we don't know who we tried to discover, but a few of our stores, they were kind of stabbed into, so a lot of it, flew out, unfortunately.
Who took your wine?
We don't know. He's gone.
That seems.
We did not catch who it was. I know it's very mean.
You don't make your own hooch?
No, not really. We have sometimes exchange with the innkeepers, the Blue Water Inn. They are probably the only nice people in Valeki to us. We do exchanges.
Well,
Were we
then-
just there?
Yes, you were. That's where you're
and they
staying.
said that they were running low on alcohol.
Low on alcohol right now.
Well, I'm not sure exactly the location because they're, it's their store. They've heard that they keep secrets in terms of where they get things. But there is a place that they get, I think, their wines. It's called Wizard of Wines Winery. You can probably ask them about it. if you could get us more casks, like 6, we would be set for a very long time, and we would find whatever way we could do to help you.
Actually, I do have a request. I think some of us do have things that we need to do. I mean,
Of course.
including Alfie finding your dad.
You lost
That's high on the list. High on the list for me personally. Yeah.
you.
High on the list, daddy issues.
Plenty of those.
Well,
I mean, at some point we have to return back to our hotel, right? I mean, it wouldn't hurt to ask. We now have a fuck ton of money.
Well, where is this winery you were talking about?
like I said, Lubash clarifies and says, this is kept secret. We do not ask where they get their stores because we do not want to have to grab them ourselves. It is trusting. So I would ask them about where it is.
See, well, I'm not doing much, so I can go ask.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, sorry. I think Elaine will say, I thank you very, very much. Go outside and look for Arabelle.
Arabelle's chilling with y'all.
Oh, okay.
Like, you're all out in the open currently. There's like a slight breeze that's outside, and Arabelle says,
I mean, I've been here the whole time, but it's okay. Hello.
I turn it. Whoa, there you
I'm
are.
a bit small. I look up at you.
Elaine takes the longsword. Actually, wait, was the longsword the one that got lent to her?
No, they took she took your dagger.
Okay.
I think you like lent her the dagger, and then she started stabbing Bluto repeatedly.
Your longsword belongs to Irina, right?
Yeah, was it the longsword or the short sword?
They gave you the short sword because you asked for the short sword.
Okay.
Yeah.
She'll take the longsword and kind of hand it to Arabelle and say, if you think you have the strength to wield this, you should learn how to protect yourself. If I have the time, I will be happy to teach you.
Thank you.
But the piece of advice I will give you is that we're willing to kill, and that is okay. You have to have, when you go into battle, your heart has to be in it, but you have to lead with your head.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. Thank you all.
And she scans over the group of you. Sans no name.
Says thank you all for rescuing me. If you'd like, we can send a search party out for your friends as well.
That would be great, actually, if we don't know where they went.
You hear kind
Do
of
I
this-
think I know where? Do I think I know what happened? 'Cause
Make me
it
an
just
Arcana
kept
check.
leading back.
Yeah. You go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
I'm trying not to think about how Alfie's carrying around that murder bag. Okay.
Yeah,
Arcana.
I'm also trying not to think about how I'm carrying around a murder bag.
You're confused. You don't know why it keeps leading back to the bag. Maybe it has something to do with it, but you're not sure what the fuck. Maybe it's a bag of holding. And they like went into it.
Great idea.
I'm
Yeah.
not going in
feel
to
like-
find out.
I feel like if you don't open up those, you suffocate. That should be like a common thing. Like, hey, if there's a magic bag, don't go in there because you could suffocate.
You hear what sounds like stomping coming from inside the tent, and there's a bit of a dust kick up as Aragol, kind of the more, I would say, slightly smaller, more lithe brother comes up and says, "We sent out enough search parties looking for you, Arabelle. We've done enough for at least today, maybe for a while. Anyway, we've paid them. Why are we going to help them more?"
Because we might get you some more booze.
Well, bring us back the booze and maybe we can talk. But
Oh, that's right, because
Doesn't work.
you wait before you go look for a missing person. There's no rush. It's fine. Yeah, I guess thank you very much. I'll turn back to her father and thank him for the stuff.
Of course. He comes over to Arabelle and like puts an arm around her shoulder and brings her in for another hug.
Must be nice to have such a loving dad.
And Luva says, if you need a hug, I can give you a hug too.
No, I'm good. It's fine. It just looks nice. Looks good.
I send a
So,
message
okay.
to Jimothy with magic to say, just go give Alfie a big hug.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Noise. What's that noise? Hello.
We look the same fucking side.
Hello.
I'm right here. You know my voice, Jimothy.
My lips aren't moving. I don't know what's going on.
No, my lips are actually moving. I'm
Oh.
whispering. This is the spell. This is not like a telekinetic. This is different magic. It's just whispering really quietly.
Okay. Can I whisper really quiet too? And he goes. Psst, psst.
He says something. You have no idea what he says.
You can reply to this message.
Oh. Okay. Out loud.
Just go give Alfie a hug. It's the moment.
Oh, okay.
And like completely blinged out, Jimothy comes waddling over to you.
He's
a
like
little bit
jingling
off
as he
balance.
walks.
And he comes over and he like wraps his arms partially around you, Alfie.
Thanks, buddy.
You're
Well,
welcome.
while that's happening, I think I'm kind of glaring at the other guy, the rude one,
He's glaring back at you.
and I'm like, I heard that the Vistani actually cared about one another since they're often alone in these lands.
Yes, we care about each other.
Doesn't
But
seem like it from the way you're acting.
they're both back. We sent people out to go find them, didn't we?
I was
And we-
here earlier. It seemed other people sent me rather than you. You never seemed much interested.
Mm. And he kind of clicks his tongue a bit and says, well, someone needed to be a leader here because my other brother, and glances over to Lubash, was in a wreck. So I had to stay and not look.
Can I vibe check this dude?
You can
Oh,
100% insight him.
What leadership have you been doing for the past day?
He steps up towards you and he's like, are you questioning?
I step up to him.
How tall are you?
I'm about like 6'2".
He's a little bit shorter than you, but there's no like dissipation of fire in his eyes as he steps up. You're getting some bad vibes from this guy. As you're like looking around towards him, Serana, you kind of look back into the tent itself. You notice a number of other Vistani are kind of helping to get the Alexi down, the one who was kind of punished. And start to treat the open wounds that are bleeding on his back as like soft whimpers are coming from him. The other Vistani that are kind of around in general seem very much like backed off from Aragal, very much not wanting to interact and a bit scared of the guy. Like they don't want to associate with him, but at the same time they don't want to say anything. Aragal steps up to you, no name, and says, if you would like to question my leadership further, I personally prefer, I can always do a battle of wits with someone like you, but a battle of blades could also work. Luba says, please, can we not fight? But my daughter just got back. I'm in a good mood. I do not want to clean up blood. Please.
I kind of like side eye him as he says that, and then look down slightly towards what's the other
Aragal.
guy's okay,
will-
Aragal. Look down slightly towards Aragal.
I
haven't-
seen the tent.
I haven't seen any leadership. I've just seen a small man shouting around. But in the future, I'll be sure to deal with Luvash. He seems like the actual leader of this group. And I'll step back.
I would.
Can I sidle? I want to sidle past him while they're doing that. I'm wanting to go into the tent, and I feel it's my duty, as a cleric. I need to go help this guy.
I would like very cool. This is going to be.
But as I walk by, I want to cast guidance on this goat person. I don't think I've ever seen one before.
I would like in this instance, because Serrano, you want to do something. No Name, you want to do something. I'd like both of you to roll me initiative, please. Because you have hit a nerve.
I
with
also
this
want to
man.
insult this guy, but I don't want to step in on anyone's territory.
I mean, you can roll initiative too, Ghislaine, if you'd like,
Sure.
to try and get your little barb in. Where the fuck?
Lane's not very fast. Oh, shoot.
Elaine's
Sorry.
gonna need to carry this giant box of gold because we don't have our cart anymore.
Okay. We have some rope. I'll just strap it to my back.
What the frick?
It's so fast. All right, so No Name and then Ghislaine, if you would like. I don't know if you want to get on this, Alfie. You can feel free to.
Yeah, Alfie, you're really good at like
No,
insulting people, right?
I'm actually gonna roll.
That's a
Alfie
bard
for this
thing, I
one.
think.
I forgot to click on myself.
Oof,
She's
you
gonna say a little
lost.
too loud. This argument just seems really stupid. I don't know if that involves me or not, but
You can roll it. I would say probably. Good idea.
I want to say saying that out loud is probably gonna give me.
You have to get through me first.
So, let me add you to the turn track.
Oh.
23.
You say that as you're just being engulfed by a blinged out tabaxi child.
That's just the turn. It's just but this seems kind of stupid.
Yeah, you say that, and as you're about, as you say that, would you like to do anything else in this like quick 6 seconds? Timothy's over by you, but
No. That's,
okay.
That's what this is.
So, as you're trying to like step back after insulting this guy, I would like all of you to make me perception checks, please.
Did I already touch her with the guidance as I was starting to walk back? Or have I not cast it yet?
That's why I said initiative. It was just like a very quick, like that's why it's like everything's happening very quick, which is like.
Is this
what?
visual?
This is a visual thing, yes.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, can I sniff it?
Unfortunately,
Can I
cannot
sniff?
I am
Can we
rolling
smell
like
it?
shit, which is good for you. This is, you can't catch it in time. Unfortunately, like you can't do anything about it, but you see it because he was trying to be sneaky about it. So Serana, Ghislaine, and Alfie, you're the ones who see this. Unfortunately, Nowhere, you're taken, or No Name. Oh my god.
Nowhere
You
is
are
fine.
taken, yeah, Nowhere.
Any name is fine.
Nowhere, person, yeah. So as you're like trying to take a step back, everyone else sees this but you, but almost like a flash of lightning, you see that quickly from kind of underneath his shirt, he quickly pulls out 2 short swords and makes a strike at you, Nowhere.
Beautiful.
Let's see.
Your name is Nowhere now.
I'm so sorry.
I now
Ooh.
have the urge to sing the Beatles. It's
I
Nowhere
know.
Gal hanging with her
Is
Nowhere
Nowhere
pals.
short for no underwear?
I think, unfortunately, because you didn't see this, you are surprised. No Name. There we
It's
go.
Nowhere now.
Nowhere. Okay.
I changed my name on my character sheet.
It's official.
Okay.
It's official.
I'm only gonna. Ooh, we'll see. This is gonna be harsh. All right, I'm gonna roll. Okay. So 19 and a 13. 19 definitely hits. He's gonna do a lot.
Okay,
lot
so
of damage.
6, 28, but I
It
get
is-
to make a con save.
Wow, what an asshole.
Yes. You do. That's actually, so that's part of it. He actually has something else. So he has assassinate. So any hit Aragol scores against a surprise creature is a crit.
Okay.
So he's doing a lot. So I roll another d6.
So can I argue?
Yes.
Am I surprised? Because he did just threaten me with combat, and then I insulted him, intentionally provoking him further.
It's kind of a dead dove situation.
It's difficult because you did fail the perception check. I will let you make one more perception check just to see the blades coming out because it was quick.
Okay.
Ooh,
You don't need a
welcome,
high
Raiders.
score. Oh my god, hello.
Oh my
Raiders.
god,
Hello,
Doubly.
How's it going?
Hello, people.
I'm stabbing a player.
Yeah, I'm getting stabbed.
Terribly.
You all looked in the
You
same
do
direction.
see it, so thank
I
God you're not
assume,
surprised.
I assume on a different screen, and so I just also went, "Who's there?"
Oh, the
You all
Raiders.
went,
The Raiders are over here.
So I would like you to make me that con save. I am because he did have advantage. He is getting sneak attack damage. So
Great.
3, 5, 6, 7.
3, 5, 4, fum.
Do you still have
15.
advantage from all of the bonuses
From the bonuses?
from last
No.
last game? You know, the pay for ones.
Those ones.
Oh, I think I used up mine.
No.
Yeah, so that's 15 damage from that plus 22. So that's 37 damage that's dealt to you in total because you also failed your constitution save.
She really said-
I did.
"Fuck that new character."
Yeah, new character dies. So you see, all of you would see, like, in very quick motion, Aragorn just like took out a short sword and stabbed hard and very quickly No Name into the side, leaving like this gaping wound there, and he pulls back and a lot of your life force just drains out.
As he pulls back, my blood catches on fire and I cast Hellish Rebuke.
Awesome.
Yes.
Amazing. I'm gonna put on the combat music because
Yeah, we
I'm
need something a bit more
scared.
intense.
Oh,
Yeah.
You might need to turn the browser down just a bit then, because you're
Oh,
getting
yep.
a little echo.
all right, so DC dexterity save is 4. Come on, roll 20, please. Okay, we're rolling. We gotta roll. this.
What?
He needs to beat a 14.
Yeah, roll 20 is being kind of a little bitch right now, so I'm gonna roll. I rolled another 4. He probably fails, to be honest.
see that?
4, 10. Yeah, he does fail, so he's gonna take 10 fire damage from you.
You guys also see the jumble of letters in spell 20?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And he says, "How dare you insult me in my own home?" He kind of spins the blade. And Luvosh is like, "Brother, please!"
Yeah, my blood catches on fire and like travels up his arm, searing like, I don't know if he's a righty or a lefty. I'm gonna assume a righty, but searing the right side of his body.
All right. He is a bothy because he does have multi-attack.
True.
Which he'll try to strike at you again. I'm just picking up random dice right now.
Wait, he's a rogue. He doesn't get multi-attack.
He does. Too bad. So that's 11 plus so 17.
That will hit, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna have it on the backswing because having 2 fucking swords with poison on. Oh, that makes sense. Let's see. Or I think I might put you down with this.
Probably.
7 damage.
Let's see, is there anything I can do?
This is a fight now.
Let's see. It wasn't magic poison, was it?
It was not magic poison, unfortunately.
Darn.
You saw that, like, dripping from the wound. All of you nearby can see there's like this green ichor that's mixing in with the blood that's dripping down from the large gash that Aragal had inflicted upon Nowhere's side.
Let's see, yeah, there's nothing I can do, so I'm gonna be at -2.
Oof.
Well, you'll just drop to 0, right?
Well, it is -2. But they're gonna have to start making death saves, unfortunately. So you see, dropping like a sack of hammers, you're still like awake, more or less, as you collapse onto the ground, but like your vision is very hazy. This man took you down in an instant. And he looks down at you with a sneer on his face, like very satisfied that he took you down. He's like, that's what you get. Serana.
I just look at, like, the supposed leader of this place. Like, what the fuck?
And
What's
Luvash,
the look on his face?
he looks horrified. You see, like, he's taken aback. He's the larger of the 2 brothers, too. Like big, broad chest, like barrel-chested, large arms. But he's taken aback at this, like shocked that Aragal would even do this so blatantly. You can kind of smell a little bit of liquor wafting off of Aragal.
In this economy,
In this economy,
he's got
This
liquor in this
economy?
economy.
Aragal's been stealing all the booze.
So, Serana. it is
So
your turn.
yeah, I go. Someone's been, I guess, pilfering the alcohol stores from how you smell. Would you please stop this? And I guess I'm gonna bonus action cast Healing Word
Awesome.
at 2nd level to Nowhere. Whatever this, whoever. Somebody just got shanked for just saying a thing. I'm pissed.
I healing word it.
I don't think I can click anything for this. I think it's just
2d4 plus wisdom.
Yeah.
yeah. It's let's see. Is it 2d4 or 1d4?
At 2nd level, it's 2d4.
I don't think I have enough 2nd level spots. But yeah, I'll cast it at I'll cast it at that level.
Okay.
So at higher levels, increase by 1d4. So it will be 2d4 plus 7. No, that's my spell attack bonus. It's plus your ability, which is 5. So I mean, whatever helps.
Yep. So after going down, your like vision is kind of hazy, and as you're kind of sitting there, it is a very brief moment that you're down and kind of bleeding out on the ground, and you look up, and kind of standing behind everyone is this dark figure, kind of looking down at you, very familiar to you Nowhere, and you can see down his front and down like the side of his face are just these large claw marks that are there, like continuously bleeding. But as soon as the spell hits you, he fades away.
Okay.
And then for my regular action, I'm going to cast Hold Person on him.
All right, is that a wisdom save?
It is.
Hold on, sheet. Because my real dice suck. I can't roll it. Oh wait, no, I can just roll wisdom. Because same bonus. 17. Oh. So what does your
Damn.
hold person look like? Is it like hands that are grasping out, or is it like magic that's kind of trying to rope them up?
It's just a paralyzing magic, so it would just be some sort of magic, yeah.
Is there anything specific that it looks like coming from Serana?
I don't know, I think right now it would just be like a bunch of white magical thread / ropes / stuff. It's like definitely supposed to like bind up someone.
Yeah, you see coming from Serana's hands, you see kind of, it almost looks like webbing that gets extended and starts to wrap around or go towards Aragal. And he kind of easily ducks out of the way of the magic as it just whiffs above him. Would you like to move? I will say you are in attack of opportunity range.
Really? With Ghislaine between me and him?
He's right here.
Oh, I thought this was him.
No,
I
that's
can't
the
see
bush.
the names.
I know, it's so hard to see the names. We're so small.
So small.
No.
Oh, dang, if he was right there, I would have done something else. I thought he was way over there. It's all good. No, yeah, I'd like to move.
So if you want to get out of his, you can't get out of his threat range, but you can move to the side, because if you move out of his threat range, he can get an attack of opportunity on you.
I'm looking at what...
Kind of your options are just really in the diagonals here.
Okay, I was seeing if the Warcaster had anything to do with that, but it does not. So yeah, I'm going to step. I will flank with Ghislaine.
Okay.
Like-
So, Ghislaine,
It definitely looks like I'm trying to stop the fight.
So you're seeing that Serana's trying to halt this fight, but he took nowhere down in an instant.
These some crunchy swords.
I have two things that I'd like to do, and I don't know which I should do because one is like really aggressive, and the other one might not work. So I'm gonna have to say, my bonus action, Ghislaine cuts their hand with one of the swords to say the short swords now. For
1 damage. Hey.
1 damage. To do Crimson Right.
Nice.
So that adds a D4 of what type of magic of some sort. Oh, I think. Let me double check. Hold on a second. I think hers is like, fire.
Okay.
Either fire or lightning.
All right. So you slice your hand and it starts to bleed just a little bit, but you do feel the magic being imbued in your blade. Which blades are you using? Are you using a new one?
Yes, the new one and the old short sword. So
Amazing. So what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna 1-2 hit him with these guys.
Oh, right.
It's been a while since I did.
We're bonding.
We're bonding right now. We're
Bonding.
This is how we bond together, is we beat up a guy. This is actually great.
And then I think
12 unfortunately does not hit, and 12 unfortunately does not hit. Holy shit.
I mean, I'm flaking with her, right?
Yeah, we'll
That
do.
do
So you get
anything?
advantage on both.
Okay.
We'll do flanking. I love flanking. I don't care. I like flanking.
Yeah, house rule, whatever you
flanking
want.
is good.
21. So do you want to say that maybe your new sword is the 21?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which would actually make it a 22. And as you pull your sword out of the scabbard, like your new one, you see that immediately, like just a pulse of light explodes from it, and you see this shining light emanate from this new blade. It is like perfection as you pull it out. The thing feels perfect in your hand.
Oh yeah.
It does vibrate a little.
Excuse me?
Next time.
What the?
You like that?
You know, I love my swords. I didn't think I'd love this one this much.
This is a nice sword. It's like a toothbrush of it. Anyway, perfect. Let me see.
Oh, did it not do that?
So as you swipe down on it, dealing, it's just +1 damage to that, so it deals 6 damage.
Plus the 2 from the 2 from
And the 2 from your, so 7, 8 damage in total is dealt to him. So what does that look like as your new glowing sword kind of strikes and does find purchase into Aragol?
I'm so Galena's surprised, but they're like, wow, this sword is great. And misses, I guess.
Like butter.
Yeah.
Is
Misses with the first one because they're like a little distracted by how good this sword feels in their hand, and then swings down with the other one.
You get this picture in your mind as you're swinging this. I think the best way to describe it is like very much it's like the praise the sun emoji kind of pops into your head just like this as you strike down on them, and there's just like this satisfied like feeling of vengeance from the sword, like coming from the sword as you stab down. Luvash attempts to step in and is like, let's just stop this, please. I'm sorry on behalf of my brother. We can I apologize. We'll send people to go look for your friends. Can we just, all of us, can we stop?
Can we respond?
You can respond.
Okay. You have nothing to be sorry for. This guy just insulted you. Like, this is your brother?
Yes,
Well,
he is.
put up with
Unfortunately,
this?
can't choose your family, but family is close.
I'm going to slowly kind of stand up using one of my swords and its scabbard to kind of like help me get up.
I would
and
reach down and help you up as well.
Thanks. Looking at the guy, being like, the leader has spoken. And then, as a final FU, I'm going to use my channel divinity, conquering presence, to force this guy to make a wisdom saving throw, or he's afraid of me and has to run away.
Love that. Oh my god, I love that so much. Ooh, fuck.
Motherfucker.
He's been having real good wisdom saves.
So what does it look like as you attempt to do this? What does your channel divinity look like?
I think it's just to him, but to him, he sees me grow like even taller over him, and this darkness kind of surrounds me as my eyes turn kind of like white hot intense as I look down on him. And he forces through it, but I'll kind of finish. If you ever want to have a fair duel, just say so. You don't need to resort to such tactics of attacking out of nowhere. Bit of a small man's game.
He kind of glares at you and he says, words of a loser. I understand.
Sorry.
That's okay, go ahead.
All I see is a guy who likes to pick on other people to make himself feel better.
It is fine. I don't see any of you as anything to matter anyway. Alfie, would you like to do anything? It seems Aragol is probably going to follow his brother's advice. He thinks that he's proven a point.
Yeah, I think I'll just respond his last little comment, basically saying we're like not a threat. And I'll go, yeah, that's fine. We're not really afraid of someone that does a pussy attack when they're not looking anyway, so. Because when I tell you I was ready to fucking heat metal his shit.
Oh, that was so good.
Yeah.
And as you gonna say this, we'll play this music.
So why exactly was that man being whipped in there?
So you see Aragal. He doesn't seem bothered by any of your comments. He seems kind of satisfied that he like put one of you down basically very quickly.
I'm not talking to him. I'm
Slide
talking to his
away.
brother.
Yeah,
I'm talking
so-
past him.
Yeah,
It's
he's-
easy. He's short.
Yeah, no worries. So he's 6 feet tall, but
The big man.
so he slides his swords away and he gives this very ostentatious like bow towards you, and he just kind of heads off. But Luvash,
Attack of opportunity. Yeah.
Luvash is like very sweaty currently, and just looking very apologetic. And he kind of steps in and says, "I'm sorry. The Alexei inside, Ergo had. To be fair, Alexei was one who helped keep eyes on my daughter to make sure she kind of tries to escape and be an adventurer. It's a problem. This is probably the worst time that this has happened. Alexei lost sight, and I was beside myself. I should have been there.
I go, oh, so Arabal caused him to get whipped because she snuck away from him? Loud enough that she can hear.
You see Arabelle, like her face just clouds over. You see like just this purplish blush spread over her, more an embarrassment than anything. And she kind of turns and she pushes past kind of between Ghislaine and Alfie and just quickly heads inside the tent.
Yeah, I'm trying to go get to that dude since before that fight to try and give him some help.
Mm-hmm. And Luvash says, I would not blame her for it. Exactly, she's a very free spirit. But Ergal is much less forgiving than I am.
Yeah, you need to get a leash on that guy. Oh my god.
I mean, I understand, but we've had to do quite a bit in order to survive here. So he's very wary of outsiders, as most of us are. But and
That
to be
was-
honest, I would not have been that friendly to you if you had not returned my daughter.
Well, he did call you a shit leader and then try to kill this person here, so I'm gonna go heal the guy that was whipped for no
Sounds-
reason. And then I'm gonna walk into the fucking tent.
That was more than a bit of just wariness, however.
Yes. Again, I apologize on my brother's behalf.
It's not the first time I've been attacked out of nowhere, and it won't be the last. I take no offense. But if you would like your brother put in his place, I can come back tomorrow to duel him properly.
I think you've learned
He-
enough, buddy.
He looks at you very seriously and says, if you do duel Ergal, I do promise you, not by my hand, but by his, you will die. That is something I can guarantee. He went a bit easy on you. I would be very careful. He is very potent.
Kind of look towards him. Whatever you say, I'll take your word for it.
If he ever wants to get into an actual fist fight, I'm sure I can beat him at that.
Luvash, a little smile comes on his face. He looks to Ghislaine and says, hey, he's not one for fist fighting. I am the one for fist fighting, but it would be friendly, not anything bad. Let me, you know what, as apology for my brother, because he is an asshole. And he goes back to that like padlocked area and takes out the iron chest and gives it over to you and says, please take this.
To me?
To the group of you.
Oh, okay.
Kind of just gestures. You're right there, so he gestures it to you.
Well, I
Oh.
mean,
Thank you. And I'll take it.
It's the least I can do.
That wasn't your fault, but thank you.
It is my fault because again, we are all family. We are all one here. We are one community. We take responsibility for our people, and when one of our people are not the nicest, then we all have to take that on.
Well, let me go to town, see if I can figure out an alcohol situation for you.
Thank you. I very much appreciate it. And he kind of bows his head and goes into the tent. You open up that box there. No, nowhere. I'm just gonna call you no. No.
No.
You see inside this the iron chest is heavy too. And you pop it open and it's not as much, but it is littered with gold all of inside of it. You look at it and you think about 650
Nice.
sitting in there. Y'all are loaded now. Y'all are good. Got a lot of fucking gold. It's great. But yes, you have more things. And Serana, you turn heel and you've headed into the tent. You see a number of the Vistani there. Some of them are around Alexei, helping to treat, kind of dabbing at his wounds, and you hear like a hiss as they're trying to like clean the wounds. Arabelle comes over and you see like she's kind of crouched over by Alexei, and you see like her face starting to get very red and puffy as tears are streaming down her cheeks. As you come in, they kind of look up towards you in a bit of a questioning manner.
I'll just walk up and gently put my hand on his back where there's not like an open wound. And then do they got like a cure wounds I could pop on.
Yeah, as you cast this, there is just this breath of relief that exhales from Alexei, and he says, "Thank you.
And then-
you didn't know that to do such things."
Everything's getting prestidigitated because God clean up that blood. We don't need any infections around here, you know. I didn't need to do it, but I needed to do it.
Please don't tell Ergo that you did this. I have to pretend to be wounded. I don't want to.
Thank you, I should say. Thank you.
I mean, was he getting whipped through his shirt or was he like shirtless?
He's shirtless right now, currently. He's got fairly, I would say, it's like an olive tone skin, dark hair. You can see like all of his arms. His arms are just covered in hair. He doesn't have much of a beard growing, but he's got like a little bit of stubble coming in on his face, and just on his chin there's like some hair that's coming out. He seems like a fairly handsome fellow, like probably late 20s, with kind of this very curly brown hair, and he looks a little bit afraid but very thankful towards you.
I go, just a second, can I have your shirt?
And he points over and it's like on the ground in a heap.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it. And I'm like, I'm gonna be back in like 30 seconds.
Okay.
And then I grab it and I'm gonna trot out over there to nowhere. And I'm like, can I borrow your wound for a second? You still, because there's like blood all over your shirt because you got healed, but can I just dab some of your blood up real quick? Nowhere. I'm gonna.
Oh, you don't know my name, but
you said you didn't have a name when you introduced.
Oh, okay.
No name.
Person.
Hey, you.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're a satyr, right? Like you have like.
Yeah.
Out of character, so you have hooves and stuff.
Yeah.
I still don't know how to react to that, but this guy needs he needs to fake his injuries because I might have let me help you clean you up a little bit, and I'm gonna like just kind of like dab up the satyr's wound area with the back of the shirt, and then prestidigitate and then run back in there just a few seconds. So now he puts his shirt on and the back looks all bloody, like his wounds are bleeding through. Easy peasy.
And he gives a bit of a sigh of relief and says, "Thank you. This is very much appreciated. I very thank you." And Arabelle is still like sitting there now on the ground, and she says, "I'm so sorry for leaving. I didn't know it'd be this bad. I'm sorry. It's all my fault." And Lexi says, "It's fine. It's okay. I'm alive. I'm here. That's important, and you're safe. That's all that matters." And she smiles, and he smiles back to her very sweetly, and wipes the tears from Arabelle's face away.
I'm just like looking at those two, just like, this is all so unnecessary. I say that out loud, and then I walk back outside, and then like quietly I like look at you, Alfie, and then like I look away, and then like some people you just want to put a bag over their head and see what happens.
A real shame if this weird bag just became a really cool hat for that guy.
Right?
Yeah. Weird.
Really
we
neat
don't know what
hat.
happened.
Well,
Yeah, I'll go back and I'm like, are you okay? You still seem like you're probably not that okay.
oh, I kind of look at my wounds. I'll be fine. Just need some rest. I'm going to head back to Valaki. See what I can do there.
As well.
You see Jimothy kind of waddle over towards you.
He's like
nowhere.
got T-posing because he's like covered in
He's still like,
rings and stuff.
you see some of them fall off of him as he walks. He's looking like it's very heavy, and he's like,
Honey, Sally, I'm sorry I got hurt. That was really scary. Do you want a hug? I heard hugs help.
Thank you, little one.
I'm Timothy.
Jimothy,
Yeah.
it's nice
Who
to
are
meet
you?
you. I don't have a name.
"Oh," and Jimothy looks very excited for a second. He's like,
Can I give you a name?
You can call me whatever you want to.
Oh,
and Jimothy looks very excited. And you see his little cat brain start to rack around, thinking of various names.
Say
like,
whatever
looks
you
good.
want to. Are you gonna come back to the village with us?
Sure, if you're heading that way, I suppose there's no point not returning together.
It seems like it's good to go as a group anywhere in this place, no matter what.
It's true. Well, I'll return tomorrow and let you know if I found anything out about your wine problem.
Luvash says, he's locking up this little kind of storage wagon. He says, "Thank you very much. We appreciate all the kindness that all of you have provided to us. Thank you."
I'm gonna start walking.
All right.
Did Jimothy think of a name yet? Because Alfie's definitely like in his ear, like.
As Jimothy's thinking and you're whispering, I think this is a good time for us to take a little bit of a break.
Break time.
Everybody, hi, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching. Please stick around for a little bit longer. We're all gonna take a mad piss and do some stretching. So I hope you take a mad piss too.
Do some squats.
Yeah,
Be
if you
a
got a
happy
code,
piss.
if you got a code brown, just don't sit on the toilet too long. But you can watch some TikToks. That's okay with me. I give you permission. You're welcome.
Good
All
idea.
right, we'll be back.
All
Or
right.
just on the toilet.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and we are back. Thank you for hanging out and waiting. We really appreciate it. We just got done at the Vistani camp. As a reminder, we do have some donation rules where if you guys want to donate to give the players some bonuses or to cause some chaos to happen to just help me kick the ass of some butt face
Or
next
me.
time, or Matt if you want to be mean to the players, then you can do that. Just look at the donation rules and you're good to go. But picking up where we left off, Matt, why don't you take us away?
Yeah, so you all have begun to leave the Vistani camp, leaving them behind and moving back northwards towards the village. As you kind of come out, let me do. Now we're back in the town of Aleki. So you kind of come up and you see, of course, that there's you hadn't seen it before. It's one of like kind of the, I guess, winding roads. But now that you're coming back up from the south and heading north, you do see that there's a couple other kind of guarded gates that are in this area that you could potentially go through in order to get back inside the village. Or you can head back to the east gate. That's up to you.
I'll just head through whatever gate is closest. I'm pretty sure I'm familiar with them at this point.
Yes. So yeah, you're familiar with the Lakey there. Nowhere. You've spent quite a bit of time. And you remember that this morning you had found out that there seemed a few of the like churchgoers, you kind of overheard that it seems that the kind of priest, the head priest of the church, the Saint Andral's church, Father Lucian, he seems to be a little bit off lately. There might be something wrong. They're not sure what, but you kind of have overheard this discussion going on this morning. So you do have that kind of in the back of your mind, but you do remember there is a southern exit or a southern entrance to the village, just heading up. And I guess you all continue to head up through. The guards, after, of course, the general kind of questioning of who you are and why you're coming, they let you come by. And are you going to head on up towards the tavern?
Yeah, I think along the way I'm making small conversation though. Just kind of asking like who they are and what they're doing here. Like that sort of stuff. What brings you to town?
I mean, I'm gonna answer the small talk stuff, I guess.
Oh, was that an actual? I thought you were just saying what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We'll kind of like chat as well.
Well, we just babysat someone from Barovia to here, and they, I guess, live here now.
Who I went through there recently. Who's here now?
Is
Ever
Mark?
heard of the Burgermaster?
You know, the burgomasters are usually what they call the mayors of the towns in Barovia.
They're kids.
Well, I met the burgomaster briefly when I passed through. His kids Ismark and Irina that are here. Why did they leave?
Oh, reasons. There's like, bad stuff there.
Sadly, the burgomaster is with us no longer.
I see. Well, that is unfortunate.
What brought you through Barovia?
Yeah, how
Well,
did you end up here?
it's a long story. I came here with a friend on a mission, I suppose you could say. Friend is no longer alive, but I am here to stay until I see my mission complete.
Was your friend also? And she's gonna like gesture to their legs, like the satyr part. Because I'm assuming none of us have ever seen a satyr, really.
No, not at all. This is the first satyr that you've probably ever seen before, like with the cute little floppy ears and the kind of backwards, like I don't know what they're called, the feet with the hooves at the end.
The feet with the hooves, yeah.
Yeah, you know, the feet. I'm good at description. Best GM.
Yeah,
Yes.
is your friend also a?
Yes, they were.
Are there a lot of your this where you come from?
You could say a whole society of them. I suppose, yes. I'm from the Feywilds, if you've heard of them.
Have I heard of them?
You can make me. I guess it's more of a knowledge arcana check.
You mind if
There's
I
no
go ahead.
planes?
give it a try?
There's no knowledge
Where's
planes.
the planes?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Everyone who wants to can give it a
I
try.
have advantage when it comes to Fey fiends
Or,
or undead.
What are we doing it for Arcana?
Yeah. Yes. Ooh, yeah. So Ghislaine. Let me change the music. Do I have a village one?
Oh, wait, do
I
you
feel like Alfie's probably heard like bedtime stories, but not really.
do satyrs count as fae? Oh no.
They do, yeah.
They are
Oh,
technically,
no.
yeah.
My channel divinity can fuck with that.
Perfect.
I'll have to keep that in mind. Fun times.
So you would know, those of you who rolled, I would say above a 20. So Ghislaine, really, you're the one who knows this. So you said that you were from the Feywild, yes?
Yes.
So Ghislaine, you've heard stories from kind of the man who trained you, of course, Brum. You remember Brum saying that the Feywild, it's of course another plane of existence. You've heard that various creatures come from there, from exquisite, very beautiful, to kind of these wretched creatures like the hags. They all kind of originate almost from there, in a sense, whether now or in the past. You'd also know it's kind of like an echo of the plane that you're on, but everything is kind of the swirling masterpiece of kind of beauty and chaos blended into one. Not a lot of things make sense in the Feywild, yet they do. There is, again, just immense kind of beauty and magic that comes from the Feywild that you know of. It is a place of like wonder and just absolute beauty, but also just of like twisted horrors that can crop up from the most innocuous things. It is a dangerous and wonderful place to be, but those who are not from there should usually beware, as they're stepping into a place that everything can kill you and maybe nothing. It's like Australia.
Pretty much.
Very beautiful, but everything wants to kill you.
Yes, pretty much.
Fantasy
Good.
Australia.
I thought that was the Underdark because it was down under.
All my dark elves are indeed Australian.
Ghislaine just kind of says, "Oh, my dad taught me about that place. It's very beautiful and terrifying, and hags also come from there."
Unlike where we are.
That's true.
Hags aren't the thing we're proudest of, but yes, that's true. To me it's just all beauty, but obviously it's not a place like this. So if you ever were to travel there, then you would need to be careful.
How long have you been here?
It's been about a month now, I suppose.
So you probably know better than we do of the dangers apparently waiting.
I know a few things, but being that I'm alone now, I haven't been able to venture out or kill Strahd as much as I would have liked.
Oh, are you on the Kill Strahd suicide mission like several adventurers are occasionally, apparently?
Well, it is my mission, but it will not be suicidal once I'm ready.
Why do you want to kill Strahd?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That is a good question. We've heard lots of stories of various ways that didn't work.
I am simply going to go fight her.
I've just heard it's not that simple.
I mean, I don't think you probably have to go fight her. It seems like, sometimes she just
Sometimes-
shows up.
She really invites herself over, honestly.
Right? Just like barging in.
She just
making
kind of shows up
demands.
at the most awkward of moments.
Does she do that for you? Does she also just invade your privacy?
I haven't had that happen yet, no.
Huh.
I
If
guess
you
we're
hang
just
around with us long
lucky.
enough.
As you kind of travel and you head up towards kind of you head right. It's very obvious as you begin to walk within the city itself. On your right, you see kind of this contingent. It looks like approximately 4 guards that are stationed outside this very large, very opulent manor. Let me just get this here. Here it is. The mansion has walls of plastered stone that display many scars from where the plaster has fallen away and age has neglected it. You see the drapes that are kind of this various reds and purples with kind of gold trims cover every single window, including a large arched opening above the mansion's double entrance doors. As you kind of look up towards it, you see coming out from the door, almost very conveniently for you, you see this kind of small gentleman. His his hairline is extremely set back. You see that most of his hair is these various grays that go down to his shoulders. It's all very kind of messy. And he's got this flop of hair that comes forward and covers part of that giant forehead that he has. He stands approximately about 5'2", which is in stark contrast to a man who you saw earlier, about 6'5", with the large kind of mutated limb almost that's beside him. And you see these two standing, kind of coming outside. Here for now. You see them kind of look towards some of the guards. You see they are kind of stringing up some decorations, probably for the festival that's going to take place in approximately 2 days' time. And you hear him say, "Oh, no, not there. No, not there. It's on the other one. On the other one. Yes, it looks much better over there. Yes, yes, all is well. Oh, fantastic. Isn't it, Zach? Yes." And he looks up to the large individual beside him. And all that you kind of hear is this emanating grunt come from him. Kind of booms out of his chest. Coming from behind the shorter man, you see 2 large mastiffs kind of come around and start circling and sniffing. And the shorter gentleman's like, "Oh, good puppies here." And just takes out a little sack and gives them little snacks. And they start to like kind of squabble over these snacks on the ground. That's what you see as you begin to pass this large manor.
I do want to mention, thank you, Roget, for the chaos / gifted subs.
Rouget.
Ghislaine and Alfie, you get some
Thank
chaos
you.
thrown your way.
Okay, so let me
Thanks,
get this.
Ro.
Thank you so much, Rogue. I love this. So
like
please
it.
roll me. It's gonna be another D52. I also have notes because there is one that we haven't done yet, but because it's not quite the right time from last game.
Did I do that right? No, I didn't do that
So
right. How do I do
slash roll space. So it's a slash.
Yeah,
roll.
close.
that? Slash
Close.
roll. Like, do I spell out roll?
No,
You don't
no,
have
you can
to.
You
spell it
can.
roll, or you can just type.
You
it,
just
R.
swapped the R and the slash.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay, okay.
A 10. Excellent.
Carney
Look
Man,
at
thank you for the
Blow.
other 2 gifted
Oh
subs.
my god, thank
Back to your
Who would
blood
you like
moon.
to give chaos to? Okay, the other 2 people. Cool.
Amazing.
Okay.
Okay, so please roll, and I will describe what happens right now. So, Ghislaine, you've taken some time on this walk to yourself to kind of contemplate and think, and you're looking down at that that mark that you've made on your hand. The wound has more or less kind of closed up, and though you've kind of spent yourself for the day, you've done quite a bit. As you've been able to kind of take a breather and walk, you feel that some of your vigor has come back. You notice, I think you're the only one to, sorry.
Yes, Hentai.
Coughing, but thank you. You notice as you kind of look, you see for the very briefest moment, you see this kind of spot of sunlight peek through all the fog and the mist and the haze within this world. And as you feel yourself a bit reinvigorated, all of your class abilities that you have expended come back.
Yes.
I don't know what
That's
you expended for
nice.
the day, but that's what you get. Oh no, my ear fell off.
Oh no.
Tragedy.
You should see
Oh
a
no, the
doctor about that.
leprosy.
Ah,
It's
the
spreading.
leprosy. Speaking of that, Alfie,
Oh.
as,
No.
as you're walking and you go through, you get distracted by these dogs like going at it and eating, and you don't
Oh.
notice a guard.
I'm glad you clarified.
You notice you don't notice how a guard kind of drops something out
Their
of their
ear.
hands. They drop their ear. No, they drop something out of their hands, and you happen to step down right at the same time, and a scream ripples through your throat as your foot goes right down on a nail,
Oh, no.
piercing through your foot.
I love it. Thank you so much.
For the rest of the day, you have lost 1 con.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
I offer
Cool.
to pick Alfie up.
Did you?
I'm gonna go uppy.
You're like,
No.
collapse.
Did you
And
get your
you
tetanus shot?
As you're like, uppy, Marshall is like, I'll help you. Like, leans at his rat arms.
I got you. Don't worry.
Marshall's
I
like
have
trying to
my
like take it out of my
strong
foot.
Oh
Trust
god.
out me.
You've got to keep that nail now. That's got to be like a. You have to keep that trinket forever.
Oh, you know what? I am gonna keep it because it's metal and we can have fun with that.
Yeah, and it's been
Mm.
inside of you, so you can like, you know.
That's great.
Okay, these are really
Just a
funny.
little terrifying.
Jeez. So
Uh-oh.
this is so funny.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, this is so funny.
We just
Oh,
Drink from the toilet again.
So Emma, or I should say Nowhere, as you were kind of traveling through and you kind of notice all this, you think back to the fight that you had with Aragal. You notice that the way that he moves, the way that he's very quick in the way that he kind of strikes, and he got you down very fast. Kind of analyzing, even though you were talking during the journey, kind of analyzing this fight in your head and going over various strategies in order to kind of conquer a battle like this again, in order to beat something like that. You go through the various scenarios and you think that it's kind of like in the Queen's Gambit. You've got like the chess pieces, you're going at from different angles. And as you do, and you think of these various things, you gain +1 dexterity permanently.
Ooh.
What a nice chaotic thing to happen to you.
What a nice chaotic
And
thing
the
to happen
best
to
chaotic
me.
thing that's about to fucking.
Ooh, this is actually great for me.
Were you at an even number?
I
No.
was at an odd number. I now have 18 dexterity.
Amazing.
What's your AC at now?
It's still 16 because I'm wearing
Yeah.
heavy armor.
Oh, that's not how that works.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
Serana, you're kind of going by and you see like the dogs barking and getting food, and everyone kind of seems to be a little bit distracted by that. And you see one of the guards look down. They looked kind of confused, and they look down to where their sword should be. It's not a sword that's there anymore. You see a sandwich that was there where the sword once was. And he's like, what? Why is there? Who took my sword? Jeffrey, did you take my sword? He's like, I didn't take your sword.
We're
And he
talking
looks
like
down.
what kind of sandwich are we talking?
It's like a long sandwich.
like a sub, like a
It's
a
Subway.
2 foot
It's
long.
like a 2 foot long sandwich, Subway sandwich. You see Jeffrey, the other guard. It's like, I didn't take your sword, and looks down to where his blade is, and you see that it looks down to where his shield would be, and it is not a shield. It's a pizza. You notice all the guards like kind of looking down at their weapons, and you see it's all food. It's just various sandwiches, and someone's
I
like,
look at my dagger and stuff.
you look at your dagger, and it is not a dagger in your hand.
No, my
Um,
human bone
garlic bread.
dagger.
It is,
It's a carrot.
It is,
It's just a carrot.
it's a really large carrot in your hands. It's no longer a dagger. All of you notice now, all of your weapons have turned into various food. For some
Excuse me?
reason. You all step in, all of your weapons are now food.
Joke's on you, my
What?
weapon's a guitar.
Your guitar is a food now?
Your guitar is a food now.
What is this?
What happened?
You all kind of question what's going on. The Baron looks just as confused as the large man beside him. His arm, his whole arm looks to have turned into like, you know those like those potatoes that are like tornadoes?
Like the
honestly.
big curly French fries, where it's
Like
just
the
like
big
one
curly French
giant
fries.
curly
Yeah.
fry.
That's now his arm. It's a giant curly fry.
Okay, but does my dagger smell like a dagger?
It does not smell like a dagger. It smells like a carrot.
Yuck.
Ah.
I swear this better go back to normal.
What is happening here?
You
What
hear,
just
the,
happened?
you hear the short man on top. He's like, "Oh, don't worry, everyone. It's fine. It's fine. Everyone, just calm down. We don't need weapons right now. Everything will be well. It is all okay." Ugh. He's kind of looking around. There's a little bit of panic on his face too. He's very confused at what's happening. And then he looks to all of you, who are kind of the outlier, who've just appeared, and he's like, "Oh, you there, you lot, hello,
Hello.
did you happen to cause this?" And he kind of struts down.
Do you turn my weapon into a carrot?
No. And as he like hops down, you notice that he was actually standing on a stool, so he's actually 5 feet tall. And he starts hopping down the stairs and coming towards the group of you, and he says, "Oh, you are. I recognize you. I've seen you about town. I don't know your name, however."
I don't have one.
"Oh, well, we can always gift you one at some point.
It's
I
not
should
how it
formally
works.
introduce myself to you folk. I guess I am the burgomaster of this town. I am Baron Vargas Valekovic. At your service." And he gives a jaunty bow.
It's good to
And
meet you again, Baron.
Baron Balls Slick.
Valekovic! You see there's like a little bit of a huff And
I'm
behind-
sorry. I'm really hard of hearing. I've had an injury.
Ew. And you see behind, clonking up behind him, the two dogs kind of scurry up behind the Baron, flanking him on like both sides, and behind, looming over the small, behind the small Burgomaster, is the large bluish-skinned gentleman with the curly fry for an arm.
Don't let the dogs eat your arm, bro. Don't
He
do
just stares down at you very intensely. There is this very off-putting energy coming from him. It is just, he does not give good vibes. The Burgomaster says, "Well, I do hope that whatever issue is here, that you happen to bring back some sort of cursed magics with you."
No. This is not us. This does not have our name on it.
It does not. Well, we do not have an issue with any sort of weaponry turning into food before you arrive, so
We haven't
Not-
had any issues with our weapons turning into food until we came across you.
This is a strange conundrum.
It is. Can I use Divine Sense?
Yeah. Presence of a strong. Ooh.
It's just me, like, kind of focusing on, like, smells and everything. I'm not doing anything, like, overtly obvious. I'm just curious.
Smells like a farmer's market up in here.
Amazing.
I'm
It smells so
particularly
good.
curious about the Baron, his bodyguard, and that fucking doll.
So as you kind of do this and kind of these small, I would say it's like scent trails that almost come up, and you kind of see the various smells that come off of people. Of course, there's some that you don't get any sort of vibe off of, as they don't have that scent kind of carried on them. And it's okay, awesome. So you don't, let's see, no location of, okay, so you don't get any sort of smell of like a celestial fiend or undead off of the tall blue man and the small Burgomaster. However, there is like, you notice this chaotic surge of like black and red threads that come up from the side of Alfie, emanating from that doll.
Does that tell me it's fiend or undead?
It is, I will say,
Because I doubt it's celestial.
It could be.
I'm doing this more because technically it's none of them, but because this is cool. You don't know exactly what the fuck it is. It's not anything that you've like smelled before, but it is just radiating evil energy.
Okay, good to
There's
know.
like this slight scent of like maybe leftover undead on it. Very slight.
Okay, fun.
Undead leftovers.
But does it cause vegetable sores?
Yes, that is a good question.
Truly.
See, we've been
Yeah.
walking a hot minute. I could get down with a sandwich sword right now, if you know what I'm saying. Give me
I'm
that.
just,
Get
if we
over,
eat
give me
it,
that.
does it turn
nibble.
back?
Yeah, it's gonna turn back into metal. That's what I'm worried about. I sheath my carrot gently,
Mhm.
hoping that
It
this
fits
is temporary.
perfectly.
Into the sheath.
The sheath
Yeah.
also became carrot shaped.
As you slide it back into the sheath, as you do, it is like a kind of like a little pulse, and then everything starts to slightly undo, and you notice that Curly Fry kind of swirls a little bit, and his arm starts to become back into frame. All of your weapons slowly turn back from food and into normal weapons again.
Thank the gods.
That's good. I was getting tempted to eat the swords.
My guitar was a mean spaghetti squash.
A gourd tar.
A good looking gourd tar.
What was the name of the winery?
Oh, it was
Something wizard.
Give me one moment to start.
Wizard
with a
of
W.
Wizard
of Wines Winery.
Got
Hey,
it.
I was close.
Baron,
Oh yes.
now
Yes,
that
what's
these
the name?
things are returning to normal, and since I have done some duties for your city, I was wondering, a man of your distinct taste, would you know anything about where we could happen upon the Wizard's Wine Winery?
Yes, that's that old place. Yes, I have heard of this indeed. I do know that the Blue Water Inn gets a lot of their supplies from there. I think it's to the south. I think so.
Oh, very well.
Thanks about it for a moment.
I imagined you would have your own connections to them personally, so you could get their higher quality goods. But I will check with the Blue Water Inn.
Of course, I have my own supply. Actually, I have a very large supply in my home. I use it to entertain various parties that come into the city, much like yourselves.
Oh,
Gives all of you a little bit of a look and says,
Well, if you prove not to be troublemakers in this lovely, lovely, happy town of mine.
as he says so and gestures around, there's like some kind of sad festival decorations wafting around in the wind.
One snaps, it's just like
And then he's
Trouble.
like, innocent, fix that immediately now! Like completely swaps emotions to like furious. And Edison's like, oh, sorry. And immediately like climbs up and fixes it. He says,
Yes. Well, if you prove not to be a bother in my town, then well, maybe I'll have you over for supper. How
Of
does
course.
that sound?
that would be
Sir,
lovely.
we don't do trouble. The only thing we make is a party. You'll be happy.
I do love parties. Say, have you ever taken part of a festival before?
I've been here for a few of your festivals now, actually.
Yes, haven't they been lovely? Especially the wolf one that we
The
recently
wolf
had.
one was very fun. I was able to bring a few wolves' heads back.
Excellent, yes, we have mounted quite a few wolf's heads. I even got a few stuffed in my home as well.
That's
Mm.
weird.
Elaine sort of exchanges a look with Serrano, like,
everybody has it. I've got one in my bag. Everybody fucking has a stuffed wolf head. It's like
Yeah.
that's just the thing.
so many of
So
them at
tacky.
home. Not with
Really
me, but
tacky.
lots.
Would there ever be a circumstance that you would allow someone to buy some of your special wine from your wares, since you have such a large amount?
he thinks about it for a moment and says,
Well, maybe, but they are very special.
Of course, yes.
I know there's a few folks in town who may be of a little need of a little bit of assistance. I don't know. You can ask around, but if I hear good things about you, then maybe we can negotiate a trade of sorts.
All right, I'll keep you to that.
Now I must be off to inspect my town, and oh, if you would like, there are a few people who are in the stocks currently. If you would like to throw rotten fruit at them, it's very open. I'm going to do that now.
Unfortunately, all of my fruit has turned back into weaponry, but...
Oh, there's fruit there.
Oh, perfect. Great.
Uh,
I'm just gonna go back to the inn.
When's
Yes.
the next festival?
Oh, in 2 days' time. This
2
will be
days'
wonderful.
time. Do I get to kill anything for this one, or is it more of just the party ones?
Oh, this is very much a party one.
This
It
is one of the wolf ones?
Oh no, that was the last one.
Oh,
Very
oh, oh.
exciting. This one is the Festival of the Blazing Sun, where we praise the sun and we beckon it to come back out and strike down that devil Strahd.
Of course.
I
We
get behind
do
that.
not worry about Strahd here because there is no Strahd in Valeki.
Well, I am looking forward to the festival, and I know you are a busy man, so we will be on our way.
Right.
It was lovely to meet you.
It was
It was-
lovely to meet you as well.
Very, very nice.
And he begins to stalk off. Well, jauntily walk with his dogs. A number of guard. It's like a battalion of like there's 6 guards with him, and of course the extremely tall blue man. As they all begin to walk towards the town square over yonder, twisting around some buildings and eventually heading out of sight.
What a nice guy.
No, yes, very nice. Tally ho.
Yeah.
And we go to the inn.
Nice. Nice.
As you head up, I would like all of you to make me perception checks, please.
Not my highest skill.
I'm not really feeling like being anywhere in this place right now. I'm trying to just like head down, go to the inn. So I don't know if maybe
You can make me a disadvantage then.
Okay.
Sniffing, hearing, or sight?
This is gonna be seeing,
Okay.
sight based.
So
Oh my
doing
god,
normal.
Serana still.
I really
Jesus
don't want to see
Christ.
anything.
Serana's just
I will say,
Too bad.
as you're the one who sees it like first, Serana. As you're kind of looking down, not wanting to be in here, you see something and something catches your gaze, and you just look up slightly, and you see like kind of standing to the side of this pathway, just to the left of the pathway, like you see they have like a couple coins in their hands. They're kind of like banging them together. You see a little monkey. Like, oh, clang, clang. And then you also notice them nowhere. You see this little monkey standing on the side of the road. He looks to be actually let me see. He's kind of like a very small little monkey. He's got like brown fur all over. It's very short cut, and it looks like a little heart that shapes around his eyes and his mouth, and the very center of his mouth. It's like all black here, and a little black wet nose that he has. He's holding it with little monkey hands, kind of twirling around the coins and banging them together.
that monkey needs a new family.
Whoever's near
Yes.
me, I just say, do you guys remember the cards?
I
What cards?
think.
You weren't with us. It was we there was another camp. There was some sort of fortune teller.
Ah,
Yeah. Yep.
I kind of bend down a little bit and like, is it a long space between me and the monkey, or is it?
It's like 5.
we-
There's like 5 feet.
I'm gonna sneak into that little alley then.
Oh. And the monkey like looks up at you and goes, oh, 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 ah, ah,
I pull out a little coin.
oh,
I'm like, you want this?
clang. Oh,
Where's your master,
oh, ah,
owner,
ah.
friend? Do you understand me?
They put one of the coins in their mouth, and they take the other one. They kind of use like their legs and their one hand to kind of go across the road. And as they do that, you hear kind of a large, boisterous voice coming from your right. And you hear someone say, "Piccolo, where are you? I cannot find Piccolo! Piccolo!" And you see this large, kind of a rotund man, seemingly very jolly. He's kind of got a cap on. One of the sides is purple. The other side is this dark forest green. I can't click on him currently. I'm gonna make him a bit bigger. Whee! There he is. Here's the boy.
Hey,
baby.
He's wearing kind of multicolored clothing, purples and dark greens. He looks to be, he's very gestury, like the way that he's dressed. And he's got little bells on the ends of his hat that kind of jingle as he walks. And he starts to kind of saunter up. He has a bit of like a sway to his walk. And he says, Piccolo, Piccolo, come here. And you see the monkey go, oh, oh, and start to scurry across the street and heads up to this large gentleman and climbs up their leg and onto their shoulder. And he says, I'm sorry, Piccolo bothered you. It happens. He likes to go.
It's fine. He's
Ah,
fine.
Piccolo didn't bother.
Oh,
I
yes,
bothered
good.
Piccolo. It's an adorable monkey.
Yes, he is adorable monkey. He's my best friend. He pets the monkey. Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Gadolf Blinsky.
What now?
Gadolf Blinsky.
Blinsky?
Blinsky.
Gandalf Blinsky.
Gadolf.
Ganondorf.
Gandalf works too.
Gassel.
Gadolf?
Gadolf. Yes, that is me.
Gadolf.
I am the residence toy maker.
It's a
Oh, I
Pleasure.
looked down at Jimothy.
Jimothy is like most of the jewels he's put away because he's very tired.
Yeah, no, as they've been like falling off, I sort of pick them up and I put them in the bag.
Ah, it's my special. You say toys? I love toys.
And Gadolf says, yes, I have many toys. Would you like to see my collection?
Can't fucking do this.
I can't emotionally handle that accent.
Yes. We
No,
would love to see your toys.
Oh, please, I would love to show you. Please,
I
can
kind
you
of
show
whisper to somebody in the group, do you need a toy? What? I don't
Meow.
understand what you're
We
looking
have
for
a
from
child.
this.
Buy one?
This is-
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a child tabaxi.
And
And
there's 2 other kids too.
So you have
yeah, there's 2 other kids and they were
And
kind of in a
that's some
bad
odd
straits.
toys.
They were kind of like kidnapped by hags and then like kept in a weird dream state for I don't know how long, and they don't really know what probably existence is currently, and I think it would be nice if they had some sort of toy.
So, and this is and I'm kind of saying this so that the man doesn't hear while he's like getting his stuff ready. But what does this have to do with a fortune teller?
Oh, we just, got some cards read and
No, I
there
don't.
was certain you haven't gotten your cards read in that one place by that one lady in that tent where everybody's all, the other camp.
No.
Sorry, is it a real day today? Because our food was sandwiches. Hi, this dude just shanked you out of nowhere.
He did,
don't
yes.
Glass sharks? It has been a
There's
busy
glass
day.
sharks.
in a
that
weird
was
day.
also today.
Glass sharks?
Am I dead?
Your eyes look a little dead, but
Really,
no, you're
a random
alive.
toy maker is the best thing that could happen today.
Yeah. That's the best
Okay,
thing we've
well,
seen all day.
you lead the way on this.
Come with me to my shop. Leading you to his shop. Give me one moment. Pull up I love this character. Oh god, it's so funny. Here it is. So, as he begins to kind of lead you, it's like kind of around the corner from here. You head to the right and then you circle around. And you see that this cramped shop, it's very small. It looks like one of the windows has kind of been broken at one point, and then some like wood paneling has been put up in its place. And you see that this cramped shop has a dark entrance, above which hangs a wooden sign shaped like a rocking horse with a rough B engraved on both sides. Flanking the entrance are 2 arched lead framed windows, and through dirty glass, and the only window that's there, you see jumbled displays of toys and hanging placards with the slogan, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky." And as he opens the door and you hear a very sad like bell go off, it's almost like as you had stepped in, as he turns around, clears his throat. It says, "Welcome, friends, to the House of Blinksky, where happiness and smiles can be bought at bargain prices. Perhaps you need for a little child in need of joy, a little toy for a girl or boy." And you just look around, and you see, it's like very much like the toy that you have, Alfie. There are these really like weird.
I love this
Fucked
place. I love this.
toy.
I love
It's
this
so
man.
weird in here.
I love this monkey. I don't care about not liking this place anymore. I'm gonna live in this toy shop with this man.
The monkey known as Piccolo hops off of Gadof's shoulder and scurries towards where the little till is. And you see the monkey like looks for a moment and then with one of his hands slaps some buttons and you hear a ping as the
Oh my
cash
god, it can
register
work
opens,
buttons.
and he puts in the coins and like shuts it. And he just kind of sits there going, "Oh," like he's waiting on you.
I'll start looking around.
Blaine will look around.
Yeah.
I look down. I look down at Alfie, and I'm like, we've got so much money. We've got so much
Fucking money. We have like
I
3
I
kids.
can tell you what's there if you'd like to look around.
We
Can I-
buy
What is the most
everything.
expensive?
Can I
stupid
ask a
toy?
question before you
whole
start
shop.
describing
monkey.
everything?
Please.
Anywhere in between here and the camp, have we gotten a short rest?
I would say technically no, but you know what? Because I know what you're asking. Yes.
Thanks.
So if you
Um,
want, you can spend hit dice to heal up as a heads up. I know some of you are injured a little bit. But you can spend hit dice if you'd like. Also, nowhere that bag, you have taken some time to kind of maybe play with it a little bit. And look to it, that magic brown bag that you have. And you learn just by playing with this is a fucking bonkers episode. Oh my god. As you're playing with this bag, you look at it, and you realize that there's like a little placard on it with a name. You kind of scrub off the dust that's there, and you see it's called Mr. Sandman's Copious Bag of Ground Rocks. And what you learn from playing with it, and you kind of put your hand into it. So as you kind of put your hand into it, you notice that inside the bag, there seems to be, it's like very coarse sand that's in here. And it's enough to kind of fill your palm. And as as you kind of handle it, you realize that as a bonus action once per day, you can throw this at someone as long as they're within 10 feet. It'll cast the blindness deafness spell, but only doing blindness. It is a DC 15 dex save, or be blinded for 1 minute. They may make another dex check at the end of every turn, or sacrifice a standard action to clean the sand out of their eyes. The user must say the incantation before casting the sand into the eyes of the creature. And you realize that the phrase is pocket sand, but said in a very enthusiastic way.
I love it. Thank you.
Welcome, Raiders.
Also, welcome Raiders. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Fucking Dale.
Okay, yeah, if you could just like
Yeah, there you go. You got a handout now.
perfect. Thank you for the handout.
Also, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Thank you, Raiders. We're playing Curse of Strahd. We're in Valaki at a creepy toy shop. And we also
Fucking pocket sand.
we got pockets, magical pocket sand.
And
Is it really even magical?
It is
Yeah.
magical.
It's magical. It's
Oh,
a
okay.
spell.
You know that in order to recharge it, you just have to collect some rocks that are on the ground after you use it and put it into the bag, and then by morning it'll be ground up into sand.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Also, can I cast detect magic in here?
I want. Yeah, I want. Well, do you
of-
have the slots? Oh, you got your.
One
did
of
you do
my
stuff?
spell slots is a warlock spell slot, so I get it back on short rests, which is
Fuck
why
yeah.
I had asked.
Amazing. I will say also, Ghislaine, the sword that you have, you realize from like it's been kind of communicating to you this whole time, but you realize that it's communicating to you in emojis in your head. There's like
It's an emoji sword.
It's just the octopus that does the happy sound.
After you like struck Aragal, it gave you like a pog emote.
It was like, yeah.
Wait, is it Twitch emotes?
It might be.
Is it like Kappa Kappa?
It could be.
The lizard pog?
That's amazing.
It's so silly. But you realize that this is technically, it would be better for someone who's lawful good to have this, as you realize that you can't really attune to it fully, but you now have the crusading short sword.
Crusading shorts.
Crusading, you say?
Crusading crusader. You can cast a crusader's mantle once a day if you are lawful good. You can attune to it, which I might edit that slightly if you spend enough time hanging out with the sword. You know, be friends.
Yeah, we'll just
so
be fine.
Don't fuck the sword.
Yep.
No,
So,
no.
so holy power radiates from you in an aura within a 30-foot radius, awakening boldness in friendly creatures. Until the spell ends, the aura moves with you, centered on you. While in the aura, each non-hostile creature in the aura, including you, deals an extra 1d4 radiant damage when hit with a weapon attack. So you realize that maybe if you spend some time hanging out with this sword, maybe, you know, slaying the wicked, you think that maybe you could get it to, you know, give you some good old radiating energy.
Yes. I'm gonna
It's
make real
good
good friends with this sword.
It's a good vibe sword.
The
I think
dice
it-
only.
I get it. I'm just gonna like talk to it and be like,
Like a plant.
yeah, just polishing it.
Sends you a smiley face.
Peach, sweat drops, sweat drops.
What? I think it's enjoying it a little too much.
No, it's not a horny sword. No horny sword, not horny on main. But yeah, you cast detect magic. Of course, there's the usual things that you detect magic of: the jalapeno, the sword, the bag, the doll. Let me see.
I was gonna ritually cast it once we got in here because
No worries. Yeah, you can take your time to look around. I don't think, yeah, you cast it in here. You don't get a sense of anything magical.
Are there any little children's instruments? I'm a big fan.
You see one that's made like a stuffed instrument that seems to be attached to like a little doll. But let me just describe you some of these lovely dolls. Most of them are 9 copper pieces, but the bigger ones kind of near the end are a bit more expensive. You see like little price tags hanging around their neck, written in parchment. And you see like a couple of them you think are written by the monkey because they're very illegible. You see a headless doll that comes with a sack of attachable heads, including one with its eyes and mouth stitched shut. You see a miniature gallows, complete with trapdoor. And as you look at it, Ghislaine, you see that the thing that's hanging there looks like fern. You also see a set of wooden nesting dolls. The smaller each one gets, the older it gets, until the innermost doll is a mummified corpse.
I buy everything.
You see, yeah, a wood end string mobile of hanging bats with flapping wings.
Buying that.
Around the circle. A wind-up musical merry-go-round with
This market
figures.
needs new furniture and stuff,
True.
right?
You see a wind-up musical merry-go-round with figures of snarling wolves chasing children in place of prancing horses. So you see those like terrified children faces and like these hungry like
I like
ravenous
this
wolves
one. I
chasing.
want that one.
You also see very large, kind of sitting in a chair, like this little very kind of askew chair. You see what looks like a ventriloquist dummy that looks exactly like Strahd.
Oh fuck yeah.
It's
Um,
just
We buy
Absolutely.
every
matter how much it
single
costs.
thing in this store.
Post-transition Strahd?
Post-transition
Okay,
Strahd.
good.
Haughty Strahd.
The one that kind of takes you back, it's kind of behind, not glass, but like it's behind the actual like wooden desk. It looks to be, there's no tag around its neck, but you see a doll that looks remarkably like Ismark.
We're buying it.
They
We're buying
have
literally
the
everything you
same
describe.
He's gonna love this.
clothes.
Everything you describe, we're going to buy. So just tally it up. Just put it on the tab.
So you go through and you just start buying everything. You see Gadolf is like, I am so excited that you like all my things.
Do you like Strahd?
Do I like Strahd?
Yeah, you have a doll of her.
You
Look
know,
how luscious this hair is.
sometimes I have dreams about making certain figurines. You know, and then I just have to. I go with the magic. You know,
How big is the Strahd?
the Straw doll is about, I would say, a little bit shorter than you. Like it is.
So it's
a
like
very-
like what is it? Like the American Girl? Or were there like
It's
the
like a
big
puppet one?
dolls?
Yeah, it's like a full ventriloquist, like with
Oh,
the dropping mouth.
fuck
It's like,
yeah.
I'm Strahd.
Oh, we're about to have
Um,
conversations.
Delane picks up the gallows one and looks at him and is like, where you don't often see her get aggressive with people, but she's like, where the fuck did you get this?
Oh, I made it. I made everything in this jar.
Have you
Where-
ever had any dreams about other types of figures to make?
Yes, you know, occasionally I've had dreams. You know, I had dreams that I should make someone, they think about from one. They have like a short hair. It's kind of, I think, orange with lots of yellow that they wear. I had a dream I should make them. And you too. And they point down to Alfie.
You haven't made that yet?
No, not yet. I had this 2 days ago. I have to make this one, and points back to the one that looks like Ismark. Unfortunately, this one is not on sale. It is special order.
From
Who ordered that?
They think about it for a moment. That it's unfortunately it is other person confidentiality.
Whatever they're paying you, we'll double it.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Is it a lady?
You see them grimace a bit. They're like, no, I'm sorry. I can't depart from this. It's very important.
Can I insight check this man? Is he like scared?
You can insight check. Go ahead.
I think this character's okay at insight.
Just for the record, can you not make a doll that looks like me?
You know what? Since you asked, I was going to make one, but I'm glad that you're here now. I will definitely respect your consent.
Yeah, please don't make that. Thanks.
I will make it. Let's make it. Ooh, that insight check. You realize. I'm just gonna fucking kill myself yakking this accent.
I know this man is nice. I hate him the most.
About to puke my pants.
Yes, like you make yes,
He's very beautiful. So you notice nowhere that as you like really inquire about this doll and it's like, we'll pay you double, all this stuff. He doesn't seem he wants to budge, and talking about it, he gets like, he's nervous. Even talking about like person who special ordered, there's like, you can see like the sweat starting to form on his brow. You see Piccolo like come up with a cloth and like go and like dab it on his forehead. He's like, thank you, Piccolo. You're a good man.
You need to tell us who ordered that, though.
I can't. Unfortunately, it's a risk.
You did just buy your entire store.
Okay. You can't tell us the name. Was it a lady?
No, it was not the lady.
All right, I no longer have any guesses.
But there's only two
I was
other
really thinking
things
maybe
you could
Irina
guess.
just
Is
wanted
it a
to give him nice
man?
gift.
Is it a person that doesn't identify with either particular gender?
To be perfectly honest, I haven't asked what their pronouns are yet, and that's on me. I should have, but he does not talk much.
I really should ask.
And then he pauses, and never mind, I said too much.
You do realize
Okay.
that these dolls are very reminiscent of actual people, correct?
Wait, they are?
Yeah.
You literally just said that you had a dream about Alfie.
Oh, I
Yeah,
did not have dream about this one. This one was, to be perfectly honest, I've made a lot of these different, slightly different every time.
For like the same person, or do people just like special order dolls of other people here? Is that just like a thing here?
I apologize. I did not know this was actual person. I was just told to make it.
We can bring the person here, like they're in the city.
I, if you'd like, but I believe you. I have no reason not to believe you. You've all been very nice and bought lots of my products.
Okay, but what if he doesn't want you to make it? Like, how?
Give me a persuasion check with advantage, please.
I like turn to Ghislaine and I'm just like, we've got to get Ismark out of this city. This is not the place. This is not the vibe.
Yeah.
I don't.
I'm
I
just
don't-
saying, if you're gonna respect that I don't want you to make a doll of me, then he also probably does not want that. Believe me.
Yeah, probably.
So he's like, you're right. Unfortunately, I have to make these things else. I pause for a moment and swallow and say,
So it's the
Yes.
mayor.
no, it's not the Mjar.
It's Strahd.
No, it's not this Strahd. It's the tall man, Izek, the one who follows around the Baron, the Burgomaster.
The blue guy?
Yes, the one with
Yeah.
the curly fry arm.
You had
But
the
it's not a
challenge-
curly fry anymore. No, there was a brief stint earlier where everyone's weapons turned into food. So if you found a random, sandwich,
Oh,
I'm glad you didn't eat it.
I did.
Oh, you should see doctor.
My stomach is heavy.
Well, we will keep your secret. We won't tell them
Yeah.
that you told us.
I appreciate it.
But I suppose, well, make your purchases, and then I suppose you all need to talk to your friend, and I mean, I want to talk to the innkeepers.
Oh, before you go, if in case I do not know, you all seem like wonderful people. You probably get invited to many places. You know, if you ever get, I don't know, if you ever go to maybe see Strahd, yet all, I've heard in the castle there is this strange clockwork creature that is
Triggered.
around. The clockwork?
No, just animate objects. I don't like them.
Oh,
No.
it is live. I guess it's like a clockwork person, but I would like it. I would like it itself.
You said.
Oh,
it's
you
a
want us to steal a
person?
clockwork person from Strahd and bring it to you? Easy peasy. I'll have that to you next week.
Hey,
What is
you all
this?
are so wonderful.
Yes,
mean,
take
at this
the
point-
money.
I'll get right on that. We'll
Thank
get
you.
right on that.
You are
Yeah,
wonderful.
if we can do it. Selena's just like clutching the gallows and is like, I would like to buy this.
No, we're buying everything.
We're getting
Okay.
We are
Oh,
literally buying the
Cleaning
store.
house.
1,200 gold.
It's not. It's like, I will let you know, but let's see. 9 copper, 9 copper, 9 copper.
Just round it up
9
to a
copper.
silver.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 silver and 2 gold.
For the whole store? Damn.
That's like
for one of
250.
each. For one of each.
250. And we got 1,200.
How about 5 gold? And if we have more questions, we can come back.
That's yours. You can always ask Gandalf risky questions.
I'm curious, is Jimothy seeming to radiate towards any of the toys in particular?
I told him to get
Timothy?
whatever he wanted. Is he like a kid in a Toys R Us?
You look back at Jimothy and
He's looking at the magic cards.
He is not.
you felt that weight in your hood, and Jimothy's like got your hood pulled up over his head. He's like, oh fuck.
I don't really like this doll. It's really scary.
Yeah, these are real crappy toys, but we're getting all of them.
I don't really want to like play with any of them though.
You don't
No.
want the little Strahd puppet?
He's just horrified. The poor kid.
You don't want the clown doll?
He's horrifying Jimothy.
What does that look
Takes
like?
10 psychic
Ismark?
damage. You don't get the Ismark doll.
You don't want this
unfortunately.
one that looks like you?
Is there actually one that looks like him?
No, it's
Oh.
not, unfortunately. Gadolf says, if you'd like me to, if you need any custom orders, I can do custom.
Just
Oh,
real quick. I know I didn't pick up any magic, but can I divine sense?
What would you like to define sense?
I'm just sensing, if there's
Is there
anything. Are these fucking like
Actually,
fiends or undead?
Can I just I'm just gonna put my hand over my not white eye and just look around the store and see if everything looks the same.
Can I pull out the toy I was given and be like, did you make this?
The toy kind of like flops its head over a little bit as you pick it up, Alfie. And you don't get any additional divine sense, unfortunately, nowhere. Serana, you're kind of peering around. Give me a perception check, please.
I'm just talking to myself about how it's just rambling about nothing. And if none of y'all speak deep speech, you're not gonna understand it.
No. Yeah. Just a big, bassy.
Perception.
What the fuck?
19. That's pretty good. So, as you're kind of like looking around, you're seeing so something that you notice, Serana, just there is this aura around all of the dolls. And you notice this for a brief moment out of that out of kind of that milky eye that you have. You see it almost looks like underneath there are these like small ruins that kind of hover over each of these like dolls. They're just kind of inert and stationary. And you catch a glimpse very briefly before your vision fades out. You look at the doll that Alfie's holding, and you see one of those same runes, but this is glowing with this black and purple energy instead of being inert. Before your eye kind of flashes white and everything looks normal again.
And I couldn't read it or anything.
Unfortunately, no. But what languages do you speak?
Abyssal Common, Deep Speech, Draconic, and Halfling.
So common, deep speech. I will say, as you're looking at this, and you notice that the runes are kind of they're all in deep speech. And you see that they all have this, it's kind of this pentagram that's there with a circle around each of them, unbroken on the ones that are inert. But on the one that's glowing, the one that Alfie's holding, the circle is shattered. And from that, each one has the possibility of possession. It's basically like they have possibility possession that you can tell from this. And that the one that Alfie's holding, you can tell that there's something inside of it, that this one is possessed. This is what kind of that symbol means.
Oh, we have another friend. Okay, cool.
But unfortunately, nowhere. You're not getting anything else from here. Gadolf looks to your doll, Alfie, ponders for a moment, and says, I think I've made ones like that before. Long time ago.
So, okay, so you think you might have made this?
Maybe. Let me see the tag. It's on its bat.
There's a tag.
Tiag.
Tag on its bat. And you look down at the butt, and there's like a tiny little tag. And you see that on the butt, let's see, it says, "Is no fun, is no Blingsky." He's like, "Yes, I need this. See my signature."
And people were pretty happy with this doll.
I don't
Returns?
know. I yet no returns. You know, sometimes I think they walk away on their own. And he just kind of does like a deep, hearty chuckle. And he sits down with a creak as he kind of straddles this stool that's behind the desk there. And he, with a heavy thunk, he puts his arms down on this wood. And he says, "Please let me know if you'd like anything else. Like I said, custom orders are always available."
I think
Now I kind of want a doll of myself, honestly.
I can do this.
that's kind of interesting.
It's 5 silver pieces.
You know what? Let's go for it. But I am I'm paying for it now. You cannot give it to anyone else.
I will keep it.
And you can't make another one for anyone else.
I will keep it very safe and forget about the making afterwards.
Okay.
Also, please don't make any more dolls of our friend here.
I cannot promise that because I got threats to burn down my shop. So I need to keep myself safe.
Oh, who threatened you?
Probably
Yeah,
the
with
guy
the,
who's buying the curly fry.
I just kind of like a gesture at Sarah, like at the group, and be like,
He's got bad vibes.
Yeah.
Bad vibes.
Very negative energy.
Good smelling potato though, but bad vibes. There was
The potato man.
when it was a potato, it was nice. Then it was an armagon, not so nice. Oh my gosh, the monkey has his own little
Monkey! Look at, he's got little blushes. Look at him.
Oh.
Little cheeks. Look at him.
Adorable.
He's so cute. Monkey.
Well, if you all are done buying toys, perhaps we should keep moving.
Yeah, we need to go back to the inn.
I actually have a question for you, Blinsky.
Could
I please have, and Ghislaine gestures to the, like, they've taken the noose off of the doll of Fern now and said, "Can I please have a doll of this person and me, but like holding hands?"
Oh, I can definitely do that. But you know that one there, and points to the one that you're holding, a Fern, and says, "It's reversible."
Reversible?
Yeah, and they like hold their hands out to take it from you. I'll show you.
Okay. And just
And
hands him the.
He
Also
takes,
his.
yeah, he takes the doll, and it's kind of like one of those octopi that like are reversible with like grumpy faces on the other side. But he kind of like, there's a hole kind of near the side, and he pokes it through, and he reverses this thing. And as he does, it looks hauntingly familiar to like the full hag form that you saw the other hags having. Isn't that fun?
Not
It's
really.
okay.
They Ghislaine takes that and the what is it called? The thing that it was on, and just
Gallows.
like the gallows, and just like destroys both of them and says, "Can you please?"
My work. You have destroyed my work in my shop.
I'm sorry.
We did pay for it.
It's true,
We
but
paid
my
for it.
yard work.
Not your fault. This is just someone that I love very much. And I don't know how you knew that they were kidnapped.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah.
Again, dreams. They think about it for a moment. I will make new one of that. No problem. It's just 10 silver, one gold.
Don't make
I
it
will-
reversible.
Yeah, please don't make
No,
it
I
reversible.
won't. No reverse. No
I'll make
reverse.
give them the gold.
Give him the gold. And you pay Gadoff. And Piccolo gives you a wave. Goes, whoop, whoop, whoop. And he says, "Gyad Kyakala." And yeah, I will note that you do remember the cards. It was not that long ago. It was like yesterday.
Yeah, we gotta go
You
to
got
Mill
your
on the
fortune
hill. We
built.
got a beggar thing that we can find a wounded elf. We got who's gonna part with the thing. We got a faceless god at the end of the road. We got an entertaining man with a monkey who can shed some light. I had some light shed. I already know some stuff. We're gonna go back there and we're gonna have a discussion. But we also
It's
there's a
true.
creature of darkness. Look, I'll discuss all of this with our new little goat friend.
Go
Perfect.
friend.
So, as
Oh,
you
friend.
do, you begin heading out towards the tavern again?
Yes.
So as you head out,
Just bags. We all look like Santa Claus with these all this
like
stuff.
creepy fucking toys. So you head out of Gyadolf Blankski's store and head out towards the tavern. And as you do, you start to hear, it sounds like raised voices. And one of them sounds to be like Ismark. And as you start to approach, and you see Ismark standing outside, seemingly yelling at, let me double check their name.
Curly Fry.
Not Curly Fry.
It's the inn owner.
The inner, Danica. You see the two of them in a very heated argument. I'm gonna take that, and that will be the end of tonight's game.
Yay, bedtime.
Yay. All right. Well, thank you everybody for coming and hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Matihi, for running that wonderful game for us. Let's go around really quick, say who you are, where we can find you, and your favorite part of the session, starting with Emma. Hi, I'm Emma, also known as Emma Panada. You can find me here on my Twitch channel, where we run various TTRPG games. You can also find me on Twitter under the same name, where I shitpost. But yeah, that's me. My favorite part of tonight's session was making that one guy feel really small. That was great. That was a good time. Next up, he did stab me, but you know, I got some good one-liners in there. Next up, Stacy, who are you?
My name's Stacy. I'm on Instagram. A couple of chumps cosplay. Just a chump. And my favorite part, there was a lot in this today.
There was, yeah.
There's a lot. A lot.
There's some good accents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly, if we're talking content, it's gonna be the toy store guy. Mostly because I can't stand him, but I love him.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then in
Mhm.
actuality, it is B's little bee icon. Because
No.
I can't hold it together if that's on this. That is so
So good.
fucking funny.
Oh,
The way it
thanks.
talks, I feel like it also just like curses you in 6 languages. It goes like,
It does. Oh yeah.
It's in
no,
deep
this is-
speech, yeah.
Yeah, it's abyssal. Abyssal.
Yeah.
Abyssal. Abyssal.
don't make that.
Okay, well, Monster Bait, who are you and what was your favorite part of tonight?
I am Monster X8 on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all the things. I think my favorite part was oh goodness, what? Getting to hit that guy. He was just being a jackass,
So
and
good.
we're like, no, stop. That and like actually giving Arabella some like trying to kind of like help them out and give them some advice on fighting and stuff like that. 'cause
Yeah, that was good. And B.
Hello. It's me. Byakyaki.
Yak yak yak.
Yak yak yak. Hello, I'm B. I'm an art streamer. I'm an artist and I stream art. You can find me at Twitch and Picardo and Instagram at Bikake. I do fantasy character art. I did all this character art. I'll do your character art. Art!
Art. Yay!
My favorite part was I liked all of it. I can't choose. You're amazing, a DM. I love this game.
And last but not least, Matihi.
Oh, it's me. Hi, I'm Atihi. You can find me here on Tuesdays, except next Tuesday. We are taking a break next Tuesday, just as a heads up. So no Jimothy and no Blanksky. Unfortunately, and no Ricard.
That's so
Wait,
much.
and no Rictavio.
Tragic.
Oh my gosh, what if I made you
Oh,
one of
shit.
these as Jimothy?
Oh my god, I would be. Oh, that'd be
Oh,
so
that'd be
cute.
beautiful.
I could just every time I'm Jimothy, it would just be Jimothy.
You could pop it up.
And just have Jimothy here. Oh,
He could just sit there and talk. Okay, we'll talk later. We'll talk
Okay,
later.
okay. Anyway. Okay. So yeah, I'm here every Tuesday, except next Tuesday, and I GM this game and make funny voices all the fucking time because it's amazing and super fun. and I
Amazing
love this
voices.
group. Thank you. I'm also in every other Friday. I'm playing Kondo, who is an airbender in our Avatar Legends game. Not this Friday, but the following Friday. I'm also on Stella Luna's stream. I am playing Ricaria, who is a tiefling druid who has a snake best friend named Sir Lancelot, and they just got a new Minotaur character that's like their knight, and he's big, hot, and buff, and I'm like, oh fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, part of me wishes it was like a big hot lesbian, but it's fine too. It works. Anyway, but I'm there not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. And oh god, I think that's it. Occasionally I stream, not very. I need to start streaming again. Anyway, but my favorite part of the game, I really loved the whole thing. I loved finally introducing Gadoff because I've kind of been waiting. I'm excited you found the monkey. And I would have felt bad for stabbing you, Emma, but also I didn't.
Oh no, that's fine. I think I don't know how much health that guy has, but
a lot.
He needs a bag over the head is what he needs.
My character can do a lot of damage, so I would have been interested to see.
If he survived, yeah.
I think I could have taken him down quite a bit. I don't know that I could have one-shot him,
Yeah.
but I think it would have been fun to see.
Mhm. No, I had a great time with that. Also, thank you so much, Carne Man, and also Rogue for all those, for all the chaos, especially the sandwich and food chaos. I was very excited about
It was so good.
that.
Yeah, thank
but
you
yeah,
for
this
the nail in the foot.
Oh, the nail in the foot, yeah, nail in the foot. This was a very chaotic game, and very fun. If y'all want the pocket sand magic item, just let me know, and it's on D&D Beyond as well. I uploaded there. But yeah, that's me.
Yay! Well, thank you all again so much. If you want to see us more or keep up with us, be sure to follow or subscribe, do whatever you will. But thanks for hanging out. We are going to raid an artist friend of ours, Dungeon Dame, who is also a TTRPG performer in our friend Stella Luna's games. So thank you for hanging out. Please join the raid to say hi to Dungeon Dame, and we'll see you next time. Have a great week.
Goodbye.
Need a raid
Goodbye.
message.
Have a lovely time.
Have a good evening.
Just say, please, let's say, just put yak.
Meow.
Yak. Raid messages, yak.
We'll be like, what the heck is going on here?
Yak. Oh no.